I really should. Number 11. Sorry. Number 11, Ryan Kalkbrenner, NBA Summer League champion. Did you see they got rings for that?
No, what a joke.
Because my Beam team has won it the last 2 years.
What's wrong? You don't like Con Knipple?
Will it have wings that fold out?
What's wrong, Matt? You out on Con Knipple?
I'm in on Con Knipple. I said that Con Knipple was the top 5 NBA draft prospect.
Feels like you're out on Con Knipple.
I'm very much in. No, I just got a very weird text from a family member.
I like that all the graphics for him winning.
What do you mean? You don't have to say what you mean.
No. It's just always weird when anyone just texts me and goes, "Call me." With no context, like
10 o'clock straight up. Call me. Yeah.
Like call me. Like, is it good? Is it bad?
It's bad.
Something?
What did you do?
It doesn't have to be bad.
Did they check? Like, have they checked my bank account and seen what I've spent money on? Have they gone?
I don't think they did that.
Have they? Is grandma okay? Like, those are the first two things I think of: bank account and grandma.
Are you gonna get grounded?
I don't think I can get grounded. I think I'm past that.
Long distance grounding
outside of the jurisdiction.
Yeah, I think. I mean, but my grounding wouldn't be, hey, like go to your room. My grounding would be, hey, you gotta, pay for your phone now, or like, hey, you have to Halvesies isn't cutting it anymore on YouTube TV. You got to go on the full bill. Like that would be, that'd be my grounding. My grounding would just be like, you have to pay for more crap.
It sounds like you need to be grounded.
No, I pay for a lot. I really do. I pay for, I would say,
time to pay for the whole boat.
There are things that they had paid for that they were paying for when I was in college. And I have offered to be like, hey, I can pay for this now. And they have graciously been like, no, it's fine. Like, it's okay. Like, we'll give you a grace period, But like I am going to have to do my own phone. That's official.
You will.
I've been told.
And let me tell you,
hey, we'll figure it out, but we're getting you off the phone.
But let me tell you, it might seem like a bad thing to you right now that you have to incur all these extra expenses, but the freedom of having it under your own name and your own account and doing whatever you want with it, that is a beautiful thing.
So
that cannot be bought.
The upfront fee that I'm going to have to pay to get, because I need a brand new phone, is going to be tough. But I think I'm realizing now that these are like all these upfront fees. Like I have to pay them eventually in life,
Of course.
It's not going to get any cheaper.
Yeah.
And any
easier. It's time for you to go into debt.
I'm currently out.
This is what your 20s is for.
I'm currently out. I've done a good job saving. Until the ponies. And then I'm kidding.
He's definitely kidding because that's why he said it 3 times.
Yes.
No, I know.
Okay. All right.
I'm not in debt yet.
No, it's fine.
Whatever. When I get into debt, I will let you know.
Now, I'm a horrible money manager because, whatever, people say things about me. But, I say in money, whatever. Just whatever.
Dude,
it's whatever.
You do not strike me as a bad money manager.
Have you heard how he shops at the grocery store?
He's rich.
No,
that's terrible money management.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not rich. But yes, if I want it, I'll buy it.
Somebody's calling me.
Why don't you? You could go.
All these people.
Is it from Chicago?
This is Walgreens. They're telling me that I have to refill.
No.
Yeah, I'll just call them.
Don't answer that.
So I agree. If you have the means, if you want something, buy it.
Thank
and the
you,
only
Gary.
person you have to answer to is your wife.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah,
that's right.
Don't call Dave Ramsey.
If you have the means, Connor has the means.
You're in.
But I'm only trained to. I'm not trained to want that much. I live a pretty simple life, Josh.
How much do you make? How much debt are you in? Jesus Christ!
It's like time for you to live in a cave.
So the meat slicer.
Yeah, the meat slicer.
Yeah, he's got his own meat slicer.
That one was for me. Yeah. Every once in a while, you got to do one for you.
Is that a quote?
Most of it's for me, but yeah.
You got yourself a meat slicer?
Oh,
that's right.
You should have seen. He was so giddy.
That's right.
Like
you
the
still
first
have
couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he owns a meat slicer.
Yeah,
it used to
it's
be
not
viral.
a rental situation.
I don't know. I don't think that's a bad idea to for Thanksgiving. You rent a place, rents out meat slicers for people. I think that's actually a fine idea.
It's pretty low power. It's
why do you need a meat slicer?
Doesn't it sound awesome?
No, not really. I feel like it's
really
big and it's a hassle and
Mr.
probably
Chicago
a pain in the
of the meats. You wouldn't want to buy a big hunk of whatever from the grocery store and then slice it up, however thin or however thick you'd like.
I would much rather go up. excuse me, can I get half a pound the yellow Land O'Lakes, like not too thin, just a little, like
you can
a little
do that.
thin.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll take a sample. Okay. I'm totally fine doing that,
but,
as opposed to having to load the hunk of meat on.
I am offering you,
I know that I would botch it.
Matt, listen, I'm offering you the ability to take that meat that you get off of the deli counter. What are you thinking when you get that deli meat from that guy and he puts it on the scale?
I'm definitely not going to eat all of that. That's my first thought.
Let me tell you what you're thinking.
I go, that's too much meat.
You are thinking, boy, I wish I could put this on a sandwich right now. And guess what? I ain't putting it on a scale. There's no scale involved in my house. I slice it off. It goes straight to the bread, straight on the sandwich. Now money can't buy that. That's a feeling.
Money can definitely buy that. That's what you've bought.
That's a feeling.
You literally just described buying that feeling. Money bought that feeling for you.
And it was like $40.
Really?
It was like, I think it was.
Oh, now 80. I'm back on. I think I'm back on the meat slicer.
It's pretty cheap.
I thought it was like $200.
No,
like,
it's not the ones at the deli. It's not like.
I assumed it was a big meat slicer.
No, it became a daily thing on social media.
Of you,
Connor would go home and slice meat.
Why have you stopped making that a bit? You're the king. You're the king of bits. Connor Happer, the king of bits.
It's behind some other things underneath them.
When was the last time you said meat slicer?
It's been a while.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I got a panini press. Okay.
Yeah.
And I use that panini press every day for a good 2 months. And then I think I went a year without ever using the panini press. Okay. And then I found it when I was looking for a crock pot, and I found said panini press. And I go, so I went back to making paninis. Those things are kind of same thing with the air fryer.
I always have the air fryer.
Air fryer is game changer.
I go into fits with air fryer. Like where I go now, heating a pizza in the air fryer.
It's a game changer.
Oh my God.
It's a complete game changer.
That and a pizzazz.
What's a pizzazz?
Do you know what a pizzazz is?
That's like a pizza oven, right?
So it's like very good, Josh. It's a little like metal circle.
Oh,
and it's got that little like broiler on the top.
Yeah, I see that.
And the pizza goes around the pizzazz. Mm-hmm. When I first saw it, I go, there was no way that this heats up a pie. It actually heated up a pie better than most things I've ever seen heat up a pie before.
I did think about at one point getting one of those, those really expensive pizza ovens.
Yeah.
Where you chuck the pizza in there and like 3 minutes later, it's just perfect.
I got one for my parents a few years back. They love it.
It depends on how the scale you want to do it on, but like the big ones go for serious cash.
You should get some. You should get a Blackstone. That'd be good for you and your family.
I've always thought about it. I don't have enough space at the moment. When I get a new house,
sure.
Like I'll have some more space.
I got
Maybe
a Blackstone.
Of a patio.
God, I don't think there's.
I got a Blackstone.
Yeah, you guys have space on your patios. You got space on your patio.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't think there's a better hungover meal than like just cracking like 10 eggs on the Blackstone with hash browns, and sausage, and bacon.
Yeah, you can throw whatever on there.
Like,
it's a beautiful thing.
And then it's like on the other side, you got
some burgers on there.
Exactly. You got on the left side, you got breakfast, and on the right side, you have lunch. Just like I tried negotiating with my apartment to let me get a Blackstone. They wouldn't let it. They're like, no propane. They wouldn't allow. Yeah, they wouldn't allow me to do it. But I really tried going at them, being like, this and that, and we'll be safe and whatever. Blah blah blah.
I did see a video over the weekend of a truck driving down the street and it blew up. It was because of a propane situation. I'll show you guys the video. It's hilarious. Well, it just disintegrates.
I think it was
into thin air. But
is everybody okay?
The guy survived.
Okay, yes, thank you.
The guy survived. Jeez. Minimal injuries. I'll show you guys the video.
Why? By the way, is it me or does Twitter have way more dying videos on it? I feel like way more people are dying on my Twitter than usual.
Poll question.
There is. You can find videos of people dying.
Yeah, you can go Faces of Death.
Go check this out, Matt.
No, I'm not. I haven't even watched the Kevin Ware injury, from Louisville. Like I'm not even on. Like I'm squeamish.
Well, if you would have picked up the World Herald the morning after, you would have seen it on page 2.
Oh yeah, that was bad time. Watch this truck, Matt. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! Oh, that was fast.
It just disintegrated into thin air. Watch it again. Here comes the replay in Addison, Illinois. Oh. Bang! That guy's all right, though. Everybody's fine.
That was sick.
Don't worry. Everybody's fine.
Just want to be crystal clear. Everyone was fine.
Everyone was
we can
fine.
laugh at it.
Everyone was fine.
Man, that was bad. That was tough.
Yep, just blew up. Damaged a couple homes around, which is not what you want.
I mean, look, the suburbs of Addison are going to be fine. All right, they're by Wooddale. They're gonna be okay.
Oh, Matt, today I wore a shirt from a brewery in Chicago.
Wow,
this is just for you.
Oh!
Did you see the video of the truck blowing up?
Is it crazy? That's wild.
It's pretty good, huh?
I mean, that thing just like Josh, it just hits it like a bag of bricks.
Yeah.
Like that just
and everything's okay. Apparently.
I'm sorry. Go
ahead. I know. I think you thought I was crazy when you saw it, but it just bang. There's no lead up to that video. It's like first second gone. Yeah, I mean, look, Addison, Illinois they're gonna be fine. Okay, they're gonna be okay.
Even if the truck blows up.
That's a nice little area over there. Under Bensonville. Under Bensonville was where that's all. I just kind of refer sometimes.
What do you mean under?
Like it's south of Bensonville.
Okay.
Oh, south.
Yes.
Okay.
That's under.
Under. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If a city
is Omaha under Sioux City?
Regional dialect.
I don't know where Sioux City is.
It's north of here.
Yeah, if it's north, Omaha's under.
Start Interstate 29.
Yep.
Familiar with Interstate 29?
I've never driven on Interstate 29.
Many
you don't know
great
where Sioux City is?
American towns.
I know what Sioux City is. I'm aware of Sioux City.
But you don't know where it's at.
I've never been there.
It's north of here.
Okay, now I know.
Straight kind of up Interstate 29.
Yeah, if it's north of here, Omaha is under Sioux City.
Oh, I don't think you say that.
No, I'm not talking about liking the cities or the quality of the cities or, what cities I prefer.
There is a clear way to do it. You could say south.
Is Dallas under Minneapolis?
See, here's the difference though. Here's the difference though.
Yeah, one's no longer under.
Addison is 30 to 40 miles away. Like you can see them. They're pretty close on the map to Bensonville. Henceforth, why it's
we're
under.
talking about 100 here.
Yeah, we're talking Omaha and Sioux City are quite the ways from one another.
All right. All right. Let's do
so guys,
Denver is under Boulder.
Sure. I mean, this is north, south, east, and west. Like, I don't know what you're talking. Like, if you're south of a place, you're under
the kids' language.
How about we just say south? Denver is south of Boulder.
Okay, sure. Denver can be south of this. Dallas can be south of that. I don't give a damn. All I'm telling you is that Addison is about 15 minutes away and under Bensonville.
It's south of.
Is Bellevue under Omaha?
Is it south? Is Bellevue south?
It is. It's right. I
went to the Bellevue Berry Farm, by the way. Very great place. Yes, I'm expanding my horizons. It's 15 minutes south from where I live. So yes, I would say Bellevue under Omaha.
South of.
Under. It's under. One's over, one's under.
Is Elkhorn above Omaha?
It's
yes. What?
That's you right now.
I'm sorry, the card says moops.
I'm sorry, the card says moops. It's Mars. That's you right now. It's a Seinfeld episode. You know Seinfeld.
Bubble Boy.
Not really.
Oh, okay. I thought you had quoted
it. It's on Netflix. The kids love
it's on
Netflix.
The list.
It's on Netflix, yeah.
You'll get to
I'll take late. Now, please. That's Let It Snow.
Exactly.
I'll do whore ads for $600.
Nice. That's Jeopardy.
Yes.
That's
Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson.
Well, that one he's Sean Connery, but
Sean Connery.
Who is Andre the Giant?
Your mother.
Give a little slap on the cheek.
Well, guys.
Yeah, by the way, screw you, okay? Under.
What do you mean?
It's under.
No,
you can be under.
Everything is under.
No one has ever said that.
I think in the history of man, someone has said this city is under this
There's a
city.
reason why they came up with the term south. It is a geographical
Okay,
direction.
Lewis and Clark. Yeah, you're all high and mighty because you use your cardinal directions. Under, over, yonder, up, and above.
I don't mean to be high and mighty. Everyone agrees
you're
with
always,
me on
You're
this.
always high and mighty. You're high and mighty Happer.
Am I high and mighty? Poll question.
High and mighty Connor Happer.
But if you do that one, which I'll probably lose,
right.
Can you do you refer to south, something that is south of here, under here?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I've been, by the way, these last couple of weeks, I've been racking up your poll questions. I mean, it's like, I feel like every
you are responsible for quite a bit.
I know. Yeah. I just say
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
So that's the
poll
thing.
question.
Poll question. Is it to create a lot of polls, good or bad?
If you create a lot of polls, is that good? Well, I mean,
I just think I say a lot of stupid things that are just entertaining.
Glad you agree.
Brian says,
thanks, Josh. Love you too, bud.
Connor and myself. Bars in Sioux City have signs in their bars that say "Flush the toilet. Omaha needs the water."
What? That's hate rude. Us? Well, they hate us because they ain't us.
That's true.
They hate us.
That's amazing. I didn't know that there was a Sioux City Omaha rivalry.
Maybe it goes back to the days of the Lancers and the Musketeers.
It must. It must. Because that's probably why Lincoln. That's probably why Lincoln hates Omaha too.
Oh yeah,
Stars and the Lancers just battling probably 40 times a year.
I mean, the one thing Sioux City has that we don't is they have the Milwaukee Wiener House.
Damn it!
Right downtown, right by the casino,
the old dog
Hard
house.
Rock Casino.
Love that. I never really made a stop in Sioux City before. Kind of just buzzed through there.
They have a really nice like boutique hotel in downtown.
Okay.
That one time I went there because Westside was playing in a basketball tournament, so we stayed overnight in Sioux City like most do. Very nice hotel. They got a nice German fest, Oktoberfest. The Hard Rock isn't bad.
You are way more of an expert on towns north of here on I-29.
I have driven from Omaha all the way to the border on 29.
That's a long way.
Especially in the middle of the winter.
The Canadian border?
Yeah. All the way up.
Good Lord.
You go past Fargo a little while and you get there.
No one can stop him. He's all the way
up. When you get to Grand Forks, you're not very far from the Canadian border. You see Canadian flags. You see the petroleum. Yeah, and when you're driving, you see the signs for Winnipeg. You familiar with
it's wild.
Straight up 29?
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
We are under them.
Yeah, we are under Canada.
You are. You say that jokingly. You literally are. We currently are under Canada.
We totally are. Absolutely.
You ask any Canadian, they go where the U.S. is, they'll say under us.
They're right down there.
They're right down there. Just look down.
Pretty sure they're probably saying something else about us right now.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been a tough year and a half. 4 nations, really. That really, added a lot of fuel to the fire.
Blue Jays playing well at home.
Golden goal.
But hey, the Yanks and the Blue Jays play.
My father-in-law's going, and my brother-in-law are going today
to the Yankees
Blue Jays. Yeah.
Are they staying in the hotel?
They tried, but it costs too much money.
Yeah.
What is
kind of put together?
They were asking about in the $600 to $700 a night range.
Ooh.
It's not generational wealth with the Happers. Okay, got it.
This is my in-laws.
Oh, okay,
Josh. So if they were rich, it would have no impact on me.
Are they on vacation or they just want to go to Toronto?
They just want to. Well, they're Yankee fans, so they just want to go check them out.
That'd be a great series.
My brother-in-law's got a friend who lives in Detroit. He's just gonna zip on up there.
Rodon versus Gotham.
Great city.
Yeah. It might be. They might be going today and tomorrow, or tomorrow and Wednesday.
Okay, so the question is, when you guys get done playing at Wrigley for the next 3 days, are you going to leave Lugo behind on Wednesday?
Probably.
Okay.
Or Michael.
You want Michael Garcia now?
I mean, we need a third baseman.
I don't know that he's available.
No, look.
Everyone's available.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Josh. Not if you're the general manager of the Royals.
If you're the Arizona Diamondbacks, you're like, everybody's for available. And then Suarez goes off this week, and you're like, nope, we're good.
They're 4.5 back with a wild card now.
Yeah.
D-backs.
What? The Royals are like 5 back. I mean, it's so stupid.
What is the number?
This is just emboldened general managers to not do jack because they're like, oh, we're in the race. We're in the race.
Royals
no, you're not.
Have the 4th worst record in the AL and are 5.5 games out of the wild.
You got it, Josh. Guess what they won't do at the deadline? Anything.
Well, you already did something. You got Adam Frazier. Aren't you happy about that?
I am happy about Adam Frazier. I'm fine with Adam Frazier. People are freaking out about Adam Frazier. Like, I don't care.
Had a big hit on Friday night.
Yeah, and he made some winning plays over the weekend.
What is the number for like games behind where it's like
there is no limit? This is because there's 100 teams that make the playoffs now.
Because look who was a seller last year at this time and ended up making the playoffs.
The Detroit Tigers.
Detroit.
I hate. I don't think.
60.
I dislike a lot of new things that we've done in sports when it comes to rules. And I don't think there's anything I hate more than the expanded MLB playoffs.
And it's baseball. So when you get to the playoffs, guess who won't win the World Series this year? The Tigers, the Dodgers, the Cubs. None of them are going to win. It'll be some garbage 88 win team.
Wasn't the point of having not a lot of baseball teams in the playoffs like it's 162?
Correct.
You have been given all the opportunity in the world.
That's right, Matt.
To win the amount of games that you can to earn this playoff spot. The regular season matters so much because there's only 4 teams in a league or 5 teams in a league, depending on which one you like the best.
That's right, Matt.
That made it. I think it is this whole, and then also too, winning a division used to matter. You used to be like, man, I won a division. That's like you hang up a banner like that. You seriously, you put a little flag like, hey, we won the NL Central. Hey, we won the AL Central. Now it's like I win a division. I'm not even guaranteed to get to the NLDS.
That's right.
I got to go through this BS wild card.
That's right. You got it. You got that all right.
The Rangers and Diamondbacks was not good for baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you're
no
gonna
one watched.
you're gonna get what you're gonna get in the World Series just by a product of the playoffs being the way they are, which is stupid. I mean, the baseball could complain all they want about getting two 88 win teams into the World Series, but it's their fault.
And I know that
And they got Yankees Dodgers last year, so that worked out okay.
I don't know that Gary doesn't care because his team always has the 1 seed, but it's like I hate the single bye in the NFL too. That we've added another team and then eliminated a bye week.
Yeah.
Like it used to be cool that the top 2 teams in each leg you were fight. Oh my God, week 18 was incredible because you had teams fighting for that second bye, because it was all important and the statistics showed that you were way more likely to win the Super Bowl with that bye.
100%.
Now we give out 1 bye.
Too many teams.
And now we're adding too many teams to the NCAA tournament.
Well,
we have an epidemic of too many teams.
And then the sickos who don't even realize they're using the propaganda are out there talking about, well, you don't want more basketball games? Well, you don't want more baseball games? You don't want more football games? No, I don't. I want the appropriate amount.
There you go.
For the amount of good teams that there are.
If I'm at a
people act like this is the end all be. Well, you don't want more bowl games? Well, you don't want.
It's a little bit like beer, Like if I'm at like my perfect ratio here, where I'm not too drunk but I'm perfectly buzzed, and people are like, "You don't want more drinks?" No, I don't. I'm very happy.
Okay the way I am.
I am very happy here.
Yes.
More is not better.
I'm just under being drunk, in that situation.
There you go. It's like you took an Advil PM in a way.
Under 7.5 or over 7.5?
Oh God, Connor Happer.
Now is this binding? Can I?
No, this is this is on July 20th.
So this is vibes. Okay.
July 21st.
Under.
Okay.
I'm over, but barely. I'm 8.
It's a good number. I'll say that.
I'm at I said this to Gary. I'm not going to change. I'm just at a very mundane, boring, innocuous 8 games.
Does the bowl game count?
Nope.
No.
This is all regular.
This is all regular season.
12, Josh.
Under?
Okay. Glad you guys stick together.
Gary?
I will say right now over.
Nobody seems at all confident in their choice.
No, because I think they'll beat Minnesota and we'll herald it as like, okay, they're going in the right direction, but then they're gonna get scared by Michigan State or Maryland,
and lose.
And potentially, like the Michigan State game is the game that they have lost every year that people assume that they win.
In what way? The fact that it's against Michigan State?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be a game in where you're going to be the favorite. You're going to be at home. You doubt, like going into the season, you doubt, like you kind of circle that game as like, oh, that's going to be a winnable game. And then you go ahead and you you lose that game. They lost it to UCLA last year. What's the difference between the UCLA game and the Michigan State game?
That's a good comp.
Year?
That's a good comp.
I
don't think anyone has thought about the Michigan State game this offseason. Nobody has thought about it.
I think Aiden Childs is going to be really, really good.
I do too.
I think he's going to be, and I think Jonathan Smith, like they don't have the bodies up front, but they have some interesting pieces.
Got Raquan Buckley.
Yeah.
He's up there.
He's around, but they have some interesting skill pieces and they have Aiden Childs and they have a pretty good secondary. Like I think they're going to be much better than people realize.
I agree.
They're going to come to Memorial Stadium and it's going to be a weird game.
It'll be a bye week. Coming off a bye week for Nebraska, they'll be fine.
I was looking.
It'll be good after.
Has
anybody ever thought about how Nebraska has basically 8 home games this year and 4 road games?
They play 1 hostile road game.
Isn't that ridiculous? I mean, 4 road games.
Well,
yeah, but only 1 is hostile.
Only 1 is hostile.
Like Maryland will be in.
Maryland will be in. Minnesota will be. It's always a split crowd.
Standard.
And UCLA will be a lot of Nebraskans.
Yeah. Huh.
They really that's another thing too. Not only did they not get overly tough opponents, but they got weak opponents on the road.
See, but I've always wondered, do you want that or would you rather have the idiot teams at home? So you could just all right, we could write those games off. There's no chance that they're going to come around and beat us.
But this team, this program, it has not mattered if they get the idiot teams at home. They just need to get the idiot teams, period.
Well, they don't play a true road game until basically the middle of October.
Yeah, I know.
But this is the year, because we've always complained about the schedule that has Nebraska starting on the road.
But they are at a neutral site.
This, I mean,
and so
if
they lose, people will be like, I'm sick of these weird starts to the season. Why can't they just have a normal start?
That would be the end of Nebraska ever playing a Power 4 team to open up the year.
Yeah.
They would never. That'd be 0-6 in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But also, too, like, okay, I mean, it's a neutral site, but it's not that far of a drive. Like, it's not going to be a hassle for Nebraska to get to Kansas City. It's going to be very easy for them to move and get there and stay and be comfortable.
I'm just saying this is
and
how...
they're going to have 95% of the people there are going to be Nebraska fans.
But this is how revisionist history works. If they
That's
lose,
a good point.
Everyone will be like, well, they had to take the show on the road and it just, can we just have a normal start to the season? Why can't we just play FAU in the first game at home, just like the good old days, and have it be on?
Well, they do that, and then they lose to them.
Yeah, I know.
They lost to Northern Illinois. They lost to Troy. They lost to Georgia Southern.
There is no right way to do it because they're always liable to lose the game. How about just win the game?
Thank you.
You think we'll get a lot of social media TikToks from Dylan today? Because they're about to arrive in Vegas.
Probably tired from camp over the weekend.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what?
Really, they're going in. They got to go in late. They go in later tonight.
No, I think they're arriving this afternoon.
They've always been an in and out.
That was good.
They'll get out of there tomorrow.
I think who was it that left yesterday? Oh, Illinois.
Yeah, well, Brett. Brett really wants to
hire Bielema.
I was telling Gary, I go
Bielema
should definitely be at the craps table during his interview.
It'll be good.
Put pressure on the 5.
Yeah, I wonder how many.
I'll do a field bet.
The Big Ten has always considered itself to be the highfalutin, high and mighty conference. How many references will there be to gambling on the BTN coverage?
Too many.
Tomorrow, we'll see.
It was insufferable.
We'll see if they're all in. We'll see if they're all in.
The Crown was every pre-commercial package, every hey, we're fading out to commercial, was a roulette wheel or a craps table.
It's awesome.
Or
it's awesome. It made me want to go to Vegas every time it worked.
It looked.
Hey, that's Bielema. So the story, when he was at Wisconsin, that's where he met his wife.
Yes, that's right.
He approached her while she was playing blackjack. She did not work there. She was there with a friend. But she's told the story. I think when he was at Arkansas, she told the story. He didn't identify himself as a football coach. He was like, I'm a history professor or something. Until she later found out, because somebody recognized him. And she was like, I think this is who you were just talking to.
Coach, let me see your leg. Is that Iowa tattoo still there? That's always the thing that people think. So which casino did they?
They were in the Wynn.
Oh, that's where the rich
So he was
go.
the one that approached her. She was playing blackjack, and he walked up to her.
Okay,
and the rest is history.
She had to know something was up. If he was at the Wynn,
yeah,
he's not at Circus. You know what I'm saying? He's not at.
He's not at Excalibur.
Yeah, he's not at Excalibur.
How does Excalibur still exist?
It's awesome. That's how it still exists. That's how it still exists. You walk through there and you're like, wow, look at all this space. I'm inside of a castle. This is amazing.
It's
the
awful.
Escalator, the walking walkway just takes you right into the castle.
So
it's terrible. It is so dilapidated.
It's a horrible, horrible casino. Yeah.
Last year, because I tried asking ChatGPT and they couldn't find the answer. Do you guys want to know what Matt Rule's record is as a coach coming off of a bye?
I looked this up. I had this stat somewhere last year. It's coming off of a bye.
Coming off of a bye.
I don't know. Probably pretty good would be my guess.
They are 1-2.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make any sort of difference at all.
Yeah, they're 1-2.
Small
and
sample
I think
size.
he was 4-5 at Baylor and Temple. I'm not mistaken. At least that's what Reddit says.
Thank you for the stat.
Thanks, Reddit.
Thank you.
Well, I was saying Gary mentioned that them coming off of a bye, and I haven't really dove in deep into whether or not that's mattered.
Now you got today's project.
Bye
There you
before
go.
Michigan
I mean,
State. Bye before Penn
You want to know
State.
Scott Frost going into a bye, coming out of a bye? All of it sucked.
Bad. Well,
It was all bad.
I honestly do think that is a really clear indicator of how good of a coach you are, because as a fan of a team that has been terrible for practically my entire life minus 2.5 years, the Bears have never been good off of a bye because we've always had bad coaches. And so
Andy Reid has a really good record off.
See
of bye.
that checks out because he's a great coach.
Excuse me.
He's a great coach.
Hall of very good. Just kidding.
Get out of here.
He's great. He's great. All right.
Were you offended by I only said great? Was I supposed to say?
He's a
I
Chiefs
just
fan. He
wanted
gets
you to
offended.
repeat it again.
Well, what am I like? I'm not surrendering anything.
I didn't hear you.
I'm not worried about you. I don't pay attention to your team. Your team doesn't. My team is not good enough for me to be focused on what's going on over in Kansas City. Okay.
You want to go to St. Joe? You guys want to go to St. Joe?
Platte City QT?
Well,
No,
we
I'll
have
be-
to go a little bit further.
Yeah. Okay.
But there we could go to the truck stop, and we've got a Waffle House
Yeah,
and
we-
a Cracker
we can
Barrel,
take
and
a-
we can go to Chiefs training camp.
Yeah, we could take a nice trip out to Missouri Western University.
Today is one of the most insufferable days in Chicago media because everybody and their mother is going to Hallis Hall for the first time, and so you'll see.
God, I'm inside of
Oh my God! Yes, exactly. Connor, great impression, incredible
And
impression.
interview George Hallis.
Oh my God! Look at all the retired numbers in the Hall of Famers.
Have you seen this
great
hall?
history.
All right. See you guys later.
See you, Connor. Happer.
That's the crossover powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlevelconcrete.com. It's hot and sweaty, and it's Monday. We'll start things off next.
That's the crossover. The Connor Happer Show is next on 1620 The Zone.
Heat advisory in effect Monday afternoon and evening with feels like temperatures up to 105 degrees possible. Expect partly sunny skies, slight chance of a pop-up storm in the afternoon. Otherwise hot and humid with those highs in the mid-90s. I'm meteorologist Sean Everson from KETV Newswatch 7.
A sound night's sleep. Just one of the many benefits of hiring Christensen Cleaning to take care of your business. A team of cleaners and supervisors clean during the evening, so you arrive to a clean office every day. Rest easy every night, knowing that Christensen Cleaning is on duty.
The carpet stain is gone. It's amazing.
Go to christensenclean.com to request a proposal. That's christensenclean.com.
It's the Connor Happer Show. Are we sure we want to do this?
Could you, make an announcement that we're ready?
It's the Connor Happer Show on 1620, The Zone.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. It's the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. Connor Happer, Josh Hodson with you. Welcome to the sauna known as Omaha. Omaha. Yeah. You walked out this morning, you started sweating. No, you're not fat. It's just outside.
Could be both.
Could be both. Could be both. But you're gonna be sweating if your body fat is 0% today. It's steamy. It's steamy. If you keep it nice and cool inside of your house, you walk outside and you say, why do I feel like a can of Diet Coke right now? That's just how it works.
I have to take an extra couple of minutes whenever I go anywhere because I can't see because my glasses immediately fog up when I walk outside or inside.
Yeah, you got to bake that into the cake, Josh.
Yeah.
It's just one of these things.
Got to give yourself a little extra time.
So it is sauna time around here, and we are happy that you're with us. Hopefully you had a nice, lovely weekend. Maybe you watched golf. Maybe you watched the WNBA All-Star game, although statistics say you didn't. What? What?
Wow, Connor Happer Gillis over here.
No, that's not what I was doing. I'm just saying,
Also,
never
you look like you're in
it.
purgatory right now.
What does that mean?
They painted over the weekend, and
do we need to put the sign back up?
You need something behind you.
All right, I'll put the sign back up during the break. Put the sign back up. I do look like I could be anywhere now.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It could be
anywhere.
Kind of, if that speaker wasn't right here, I kind of look like a jail cell a little bit. But yeah, we'll get some signage back up. Today on the show, Mike Schaefer will join us at the bottom of the 11 o'clock hour. No Sam today, as he couldn't make it work, but that's all right. We'll talk to him again next week. Schaefer is our lineup. Just Schaefer, the one-man lineup himself. Powered by the rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard. We'd like to hear from you all today, 402-951-1620 on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. You can call or text that number. Tweet at Happer Show at Connor Happer on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. Email Connor or Josh Show at 1620thezone.com on the Equitable Bank Zone inbox. And we say good morning to the YouTube streamers today. J-Man says, very gray in the studio. Yeah, we got a little bit more light in here. I like it, by the way.
It does seem brighter in here.
Yes, 100%. The walls got painted over the weekend, so now we're going to start the process of putting our junk back up on the walls, which is exciting.
Not literally.
No, well, our stuff that we had on the walls.
Yes,
not our junk.
No,
Josh, get your mind out of the gutter. Elsewhere today, Scotty Scheffler is the champion golfer of the year immediately after saying he doesn't really care about winning. Winning doesn't fulfill him. I find it ironic, but that's taken a little bit out of context. I have some takes about Scotty Scheffler.
Oh,
I know what you were thinking this morning when you turned on your radio. You thought, does Connor have takes about Scotty Scheffler? The answer is yes. Do I have takes about the WNBA All-Star game? Yes.
You bet you're not.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We will check in with an interesting idea for a baseball stat. Ronald Acuna paying regular students, paying money into the athletic department to pay for the athletic department. Kind of interesting. That's happening up at Minnesota.
Oh, wait, we got something for that.
Oh, really? Oh, spending that money. Thank you, Coach Prime. Appreciate it. Topic alert brought up by Urban Meyer that I'd like to talk about today.
Ooh.
A leader in the clubhouse is emerging for 2025 Bad Vibes team.
Now, I'm very interested in this because I realized over the weekend I have not paid one iota of attention to the NFL in the last 3 months.
We have an outstanding hit rate on Bad Vibes team.
Yes.
We have a pretty good hit rate on Bad Vibes team. So I have identified who might be Bad Vibes team already.
The players union?
We'll check on it. We'll swish it around for a month or so before we officially identify Bad Vibes team 2025, but I want to tell you who the leader is for that right now. Ryan Kalkbrenner wins a ring, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the big, tall tree man for winning the Summer League. I think he did it by himself.
He was the second leading scorer.
He was doing everything, man. It looked like he was having fun out there.
He hasn't even played one NBA game yet, and he already has a championship.
Ring me. The Petiti man tells the NCAA to take it easy on Michigan.
Jeez.
And, of course, the Big Ten preseason poll as put together by Cleveland.com is out today. Not by the Big Ten, but by Cleveland.com.
The Big Ten would never. You got to remember that.
The Big Ten used to, like 20 years ago, but that was before Nebraska joined the conference, and they were like, we're not going to do this anymore.
Too many teams to keep straight.
You guys take it, Cleveland.com.
They do a great job.
And they do a job. It's a preseason poll, after all. Imagine not being bothered as a conference just to do the preseason media poll. Just send a couple emails and compile all the information. But thank you, Cleveland.com. Nebraska picked 8th in the Big Ten Conference this year. We'll talk about that as, of course, media days begin tomorrow. You want to talk about the sauna? Can I introduce you to Vegas? Although it's a dry heat, they tell me.
Yeah.
But
like that matters.
I think it's going to be 115 degrees. So I wouldn't go outside if I were you. I know there's some people, some fine folks who are covering the Huskers and various other programs who are arriving as we speak. Nothing like showing up to Vegas at 8:30 on a Monday. I wonder if it's but guess what? Once you get off that plane and into that terminal, you can still hear it. Ching, 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 ding. You know, it never stops.
91 right now in Vegas. It'll be 100 by the end of the day. We're looking at 98, 98, 98, 99, 99, 101 on Sunday.
Shout out to Nick Lachey and 98 degrees.
Good pull.
Thank you, Josh. We're off and running here on a Monday. Time for me to talk about Mr. Golf. And that's right. We're calling him Mr. Golf.
Okay.
On 1620 The Zone.
The Connor Happer Show.
Who's pitching tonight?
You Darvish, having a great year.
The Connor Happer Show.
I know about that guy.
On 1620 The Zone.
What a mess.
The Zone Hotline is powered by Prairie Flower Casino. Play longer, win more.
Why do people think the best fishing trips are just stories? It was this big, they say. Well, at Ballard's, we make legends come true. This September, hop on a deluxe motor coach to Lake of the Woods. 4 nights, 3 days of guided walleye fishing, and all meals included. Fresh, wild, walleye, the lake, and you. Head to ballardsresort.com to book your September walleye adventure on Lake of the Woods. Book your adventure because the best walleye story is just a click away at ballardsresort.com.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
$1,147 days between major win 1 and major win 4 for Scotty Scheffler, the exact same amount of days as it was for Tiger Woods, which is a kind of a crazy stat, but weird. Actually not that crazy when you think about it. If they both win, if both of them win their first major and it's the Masters, and then they win the next British Open the next year, and they somehow win 2 in between. I mean, they're on a good pace. He's on a good pace. He's on the Tiger pace right now. Is Scotty Scheffler, the 2025 champion golfer of the year. Congratulations to the champion golfer of the year. I love that they call that to the winner of the British Open. I think that's awesome. Or the Open Championship, if you prefer to call it that way. Scotty Scheffler, much conversation about him last week and really all the time because of what he doesn't say. And then he grabs the mic and rips off a 5-minute thing about how winning at this level doesn't really fulfill him. And I mean, it's complicated what he said, but basically the idea was, I work so hard, I play and there's so much sacrifice, and the winning moments are so fleeting. And so that feels like a balance that's not worth it sometimes for me. That's kind of what he was getting at, but it's something that many champions seem to struggle with. But I would argue that what Scotty said going into the week actually puts him in a better position mentally than many of his counterparts, because it's not that he doesn't take it seriously. It's that it feels like he gets beat up less. He beats himself up less when it doesn't work for him. That is the advantage. That is his superpower that he has over his peers.
Well, he's got that perspective on life after his, former life of crime.
That's right. He did try to sneak into the country club in Louisville.
That's right.
So that's going to come up in this conversation. I have a couple of things to say about Scotty Scheffler.
Okay.
There's always conversation about Scotty Scheffler. And he is never doing anything. Right? I mean, it's oftentimes out of nowhere. Oftentimes people talk about growing the game, right? And the moments that you get to grow the game. Man, grow the game, grow the game, grow the game. That happens when you have a polarizing main character. Golf does not have a polarizing main character at the moment. Someone who plays a different way, upsets the status quo, therefore welcoming new eyes onto the sport.
I got to see what all the fuss is about.
Right. What's going on here? How does golf work? Let's go check this guy out. He's a psycho. He might drop kick somebody. Happy Gilmore, if he was on the tour, that'd bring new eyes to the tour
on Netflix Friday.
And that was what the tour, president was dealing with while Happy Gilmore was on the tour. Is this good or is this bad? What? He's bringing more eyes to the sport. Scotty Scheffler is a golf fan's golfer. Like Mike Trout is a baseball guy's baseball player.
Oh, yeah.
Golf fans absolutely do not care, nor should they, that he has the personality of a 2x4. They just want to watch good golf. They just want to watch the guy hit the ball close to the hole. That's what golf people want to watch. They don't care if he's liable to go, crash out and jack somebody in the face on the ninth green or something like that, or to cuss at himself or something like that. And then people from the outside put this weird pressure on a guy who's totally normal and not controversial whatsoever. And they complain that he doesn't have anything to say that's controversial or have any sort of any public screw up. You tell me who the problem is. It ain't Scotty Scheffler. It's not Scotty Scheffler's fault that he's really good golf, Josh. It's not Giancarlo's fault. It's
Giancarlo's fault.
Thank you. It's not his fault that he's really good at golf and that he doesn't want to publicly make a fool out of himself everywhere he turns. But everybody wants him to be that because that's what growing the game is these days. I've always maintained as a baseball guy, why in the absolute hell would I care if other people liked baseball? I don't care if you like baseball. I don't care if somebody who's never watched the sport likes baseball. I care that I like baseball. Right? I like baseball.
He got $17 million yesterday.
I don't care what you do with your lives. I don't think the people who complain that he's boring really like golf. I think they like drama. Mm-hmm. I think they like reality television shows and double cheeseburgers and, I like double cheeseburgers too.
Okay.
But you know what they're going after. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to say, thank you, Scotty Scheffler. Do you, man. Keep doing you. Keep being exactly who you are.
Yeah.
You don't need to be any. And by the way, we are not in danger of him changing at all. But other people are like, oh my God, this guy. You just can't market him. You can't do anything with him. Good. That guy's for us, the golf fans. The people who just want to watch sports because sports are good. Not because the people who's playing the sport is liable to say something or do something insane at any given moment. I like sports. That's my take.
Good take.
Thank you, Josh.
There's two ways to grow the game of golf, right? You be like, I don't know, let's just name a name here, Bryson DeChambeau, and you really stir the pot. That seemed to be his goal, his lone goal
and look what he's doing.
on.
Look what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got a YouTube channel and he's bringing new eyeballs to the sport. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Children who are on YouTube are like, I like Bryson DeChambeau.
Uh-huh. And the other way to grow the game, win every tournament there is.
Right. Which is the way I prefer. I like when the golf players are good at golf. I like when the golfers play golf. I like when the baseball players play baseball.
Where
and people are just like, oh, Mike Trout, why doesn't he do anything? And I'm like, I don't care. He plays baseball really well.
Mm-hmm. Or did at one time.
Yeah, he used to. He's coming back a little bit now.
YouTube comment from Mustache Adam.
Hi, Mustache Adam.
Ultimately, what Scotty said was that he doesn't want to be defined by his golf. He wants to be defined by who he is as a father, husband, and his faith.
That's awesome.
That he's amazing at golf is a byproduct.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I mean, he covered a lot of ground in his 5 minutes there.
Props to Mustache Adam for using a semicolon in his YouTube comment.
Is that the first ever semicolon in a YouTube comment? Maybe. That wasn't a winky face. Venmo Chris writes in.
Hi, Venmo Chris.
Didn't Scotty get arrested, though? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yes. And never was he more popular after he got arrested.
The pants were damaged beyond repair.
The pants were damaged beyond repair. I like when he plays golf. He hits it so close to the pin. Isn't that the point, Josh? People are like, Why doesn't he do anything? Just do something.
He's doing exactly what he's supposed to, probably.
Exactly. So thank you, Scotty Scheffler, for just playing golf.
Although I do have a feeling that next Monday when we get here, everybody's going to watch Happy Gilmore 2 over the weekend and go,
we don't have a Happy Gilmore right now.
Why isn't Scotty Scheffler more entertaining?
You guys need to take a break from sports, go watch Love Island or whatever reality television show, and then just enjoy the crap out of that. Leave the sports to the people who like sports, okay?
Yeah.
I like the sports. I like when sports guys play sports. All right? That's my take of the day. I both like sports and I like when the sports guys play sports.
Now, if you
want the sports girls.
Yeah, if you want to earnestly learn about the game, you're welcome to pick it up. You're welcome to pick up the sport.
But don't ask Scotty Scheffler to commit crimes or get a divorce or something like that.
If you're just coming here to rabble rouse,
right,
we don't want you.
Get out of here. That's why people like Tiger. Tiger was absurd.
Yes, he was.
Tiger had many things going on. Many things going on. And he was different.
And then we found out there were actually more things going on.
There's a lot more going on than actually what met the eye. So, good job, Scotty. Champion golfer of the year. You keep doing you. We'll check in on old Rory Two Balls later on in the show. Did you see what Rory did? He unearthed
Rory Two Balls.
Yeah, he unearthed a golf ball from Earth. And
I did not see this.
Oh, you got to see the video. It's fantastic. We'll check on it a little bit later.
Scotty doesn't stir the pot enough for me, so I don't watch. Also, it was on at like 8 a.m.
That's true.
I'm not watching golf at 8 a.m.
We'll be back after this on 1620 The Zone. That's right. We're going to check in on old Rory Two Balls a little bit later on in the show. And then that nickname will make sense. Right now, it just sounds crass.
That's what they're calling him.
That's not what they're calling him. I completely made that up. But yes, we'll check in on that a little bit later on in the show. Today, a momentous day in the off season. Really, this is the day that you come to understand that the off season has ended.
It's kind of over.
I mean, it's weird. I don't really know how to explain it. Now, I would argue that after this week, after Media Days wraps up, that's, practice will start next week, but that's when the waiting really begins. There will be the week where everything is fun and new and campus here and you're excited about whatever. But then by about August 8th, 9th, 10th, we're like, holy God, are we there yet? And the answer is no. You're still 3+ weeks away from the first game. So I would argue that that's one of the more difficult parts of the offseason, just in terms of, you're so close, but you're so far away. Mm-hmm. Right now it feels new. Tomorrow the conference will take to the podium at Big Ten Media Days, the Mandalay Bay, led by big idea commissioner man Tony Petitti, who's apparently busy this offseason writing letters. Did you hear about this?
No.
He wrote a letter to the NCAA and said, "Can you please take it easy on Michigan?" Oh yeah, we'll talk about this later. Yeah, I gotta explain this one to you. And then Matt Rule will speak, and Kurt Signetti will speak, and
we really got the short end of the stick on this show.
Ryan Day will speak. Why?
I mean, Nebraska takes the podium at like 2:30.
2:30 Central Time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which means no one is going to want to hear what we have to say about it come 10 a.m. Wednesday.
I would call that incumbent upon us to figure out a way to make it interesting, Josh.
New angle.
Yeah, find a new slant.
You know what?
They'll be telling us.
You're right.
We're going to take it on ourselves to make it good, Josh, because you're not in charge of the content. You get what you get.
That's right.
And you got to make something out of it.
Can't control the news.
We're really chefs in that regard. They give us the ingredients, and we got to make the meal.
Now, Bill Parcells would ask if we could shop for the groceries.
I would love to shop for the groceries, but unfortunately we can't.
Okay.
Matt Rule is in charge of the groceries that he gives us.
Unc has told us that our R&D has gone too far and he's bought the ingredients for us.
Yeah. Thank you, Unc. So the Cleveland.com poll is here. This is the 15th time that Cleveland.com has done this preseason media poll. So this is ever since Nebraska has been in the league. I like how they select the Big Ten preseason coach of the year. That's always fun. In this case, it's James Franklin. Penn State is the favorite in the league, gathering 11 of the, 21, 22, 23, 24 first place votes. 11 of the 24 first place votes.
Scroll down to find that last one, didn't you?
Yeah, Michigan got a first place vote.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There's
nothing wrong with that.
It's not like the SEC where everybody has one first place vote.
This whole thing about the SEC voting for Vanderbilt every year is so odd to me. I don't know who's doing it. Yeah. And remember, they have like 400 people who vote in their preseason media poll, so it makes sense why everybody gets one. The Big Ten, very exclusive, very elite. They only have 24 people vote in their polls. So with that said, Penn State comes in first. Right behind him is Ohio State, 10 first place votes. Oregon at number 3 with 2 first place votes. And then I would say that there is a tier line right there, although they don't mark that out for you in the preseason poll. But according to each of the teams' average rank, there is. So Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon in that top tier, competitive for a national championship, likely. I think you could call it that. And then 4 Illinois, 5 Michigan, 6 Indiana, 7 Iowa, 8 Nebraska, 9 USC, And then there's another gap there from what it looks like to me, just in how the conference's media sort of feels about this. I would probably include schools like Washington and Minnesota and Michigan State even in that category as well. Maybe even UCLA. You can make a case for them, but obviously they are picked 15th in the league and nobody's really high on them this year. But how it looks is Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon, and then there's probably going to be a fourth college football playoff spot for somebody out there. And Illinois is the placeholder for that spot at this very moment. But other teams are going to be, nipping at the heels here, like Michigan, like Indiana, like Iowa, and like Nebraska, who's picked 8th in the league. Why does Nebraska have to get picked behind Iowa and all these things? Mark Gronowski was 39th and Dylan Raiola was 40th on the athletic QB list. Iowa picked 7th in the league. Nebraska picked 8th.
It's good fuel.
I'm sure the Iowa fans feel really, really, really good about that. Media members of the conference were also asked how many teams from the league will make the playoff. 2 people said 5, 12 people said 4, and 10 people said 3 teams will make it. Penn State is the 5th different team to be picked as the Big Ten favorite. Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State most years. Nebraska they were a Big Ten favorite in their very first season, I believe. They were picked to win the league, or maybe it was the second year. I think it was the first one. And this is the first time since 2014 that the Big Ten favorite hasn't either been Ohio State or Michigan. Penn State been right there the entire time, and now they are the favorite. While Penn State was picked to finish first in the Big Ten regular season, the vote was practically split 50-50 on who would win the game in Indianapolis, with Ohio State edging out Penn State 13-12. Remember, there's no divisions, so you just get the 2 best teams in the league. Funny that everyone picked, one more picked Penn State to win the league, but one more picked Ohio State to win the conference title game when those 2 matched up.
They're different things.
Once again, yeah, they are. They are different things. Oregon and Michigan were the only other team to receive first place votes. Illinois finished 4th, while the Wolverines placed 5th. Both only received one vote higher than 4th place. Purdue was the only team to not receive a single vote higher than 14th.
Oof.
This is the second straight season that Purdue has been picked to finish last in the Big Ten Conference.
Yeah, but that's like really, really last, like dead last.
It's super last. Yeah, it's super last. UCLA and Washington had the widest range of votes this year. The Bruins earned votes from 9th to 17th place.
I'm sorry, what's that say?
The Brewis.
There's a typo.
Thank you, Cleveland.com.
Cleveland.com story.
While Washington earned votes from 6th to 14th place. Who are the 4 schools that got last place votes? We talked about Purdue, who got almost all of them. Northwestern, Maryland, and Wisconsin got a last place vote.
Bottom could fall out in Madison. I don't know if it'll fall further than Purdue, but
that's very far, Josh.
Yeah.
We also asked voters to state which Big Ten coach should be on the hot seat.
Whoa.
Wisconsin's Luke Fickell got 11 votes, while Mike Loxley and Lincoln Riley each got 6. And there is your preseason media poll, folks. Don't we love it?
Hey, in 2011, they picked
Oh, did my
Nebraska
camera die
to win.
again?
Yeah, it did. I got you.
I'm back now. Yes, 2011. That would have been Nebraska's first year in the Big Ten. They picked Nebraska to win the conference. They did not win the conference.
That's correct.
They did beat Ohio State that year.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State was being coached by Luke Fickell at the time.
Oh, no.
And they were in some trouble. They were in a little bit of hot water at the moment.
Certainly
and,
over something serious.
And then Nebraska had one of their greatest comebacks in school history at the time. Their greatest comeback in school history. Came back, beat Ohio State. Joe Bauserman threw a bunch of balls into the stands. And then Bo Pelini was secretly recorded saying, bleep the fans. Fun night.
Good times.
Those were great times.
Good memories.
Those were great times in 2011. Chris writes in.
Hi, Chris.
Poll question: is there a difference between last and Purdue last?
All right.
Super last. Yeah, in the points section, they received 17. Their average rank was above 17. So it looks like there was only one or two people who voted them not last. Or I guess there was 4 teams that received last place votes, so there was at least 3 people who voted them not last in this preseason media poll. There you go. There you go. Any thoughts, Josh? Now that the offseason is over and we have a preseason media poll?
I mean, well, it's interesting because it's not going to shape out like this. But,
no, it never does.
But this really does seem like, yeah, absolutely. This is the way it's going to go.
Mm-hmm. That's what we do every year. It's the preseason media poll, and oftentimes it's easy to pick the champion, or it appears easy on paper to pick the champion. Or at the end of the year, we'll all be saying, "Oh man, remember we all picked Penn State to win the league, and they went like 8-4 this year." Now, if that happens, we got problems in Happy Valley. But what I see is what I described earlier. I think you have 3 playoff teams that you could just pencil in at the moment.
Yeah.
In Penn State, Ohio State, and Oregon. And there's probably going to be a 4th and potentially even a 5th spot in the playoff for the Big Ten. And, whoever is next up on that hierarchy is going to end up claiming it. And schedule play, factors into that. Who you beat at the, or who you lose to factors into that. Illinois is absolutely the team, the placeholder for that spot right now. People are picking Illinois to go to the playoff. Will Michigan have something to say about it? Will Indiana have something to say about it? Will Iowa have something to say about it? Will Nebraska have something to say about it? Will USC have something to say about it? It's just a giant cluster in the middle of the league. And that's going to happen when you have 18 teams in your conference.
Somebody's going to win the cluster and maybe make the playoffs.
Who will win the cluster? That'll be the question. So we go back to last year. There was a cluster, as there always is. Last year, remember, we had Oregon, Indiana, Penn State, and Ohio State as the 4. And then we had Illinois and Iowa both at 6-3 with they won 9 games overall. I think both of those schools did. It's amazing how you go on the Big Ten website and they don't even put their overall records. They just put their idiotic conference records on here. 6-3, 6-3. Michigan went 5-4. Minnesota went 5-4. Rutgers, USC, Washington went 4-5. Nebraska ended up at the bottom of the heap. Nebraska's ended up picked in the middle of the heap. Can they make it to the top of the heap, king of the list, a number 1, all of those things by the end of the year? Or yet again, will they end up near the bottom of that big old pile of trash heap in the middle? Not that those teams are trash, but there's kind of a lot going on there. Kenneth writes in.
Hi, Kenneth.
That's a lot of faith in a guy in Drew Aller who just isn't really all that good of a quarterback. Well, he's got a lot of weapons around him. He's got a lot of stuff to work with. Pew, pew. I would like to have Nick Singleton and Katron Allen as my running backs. I would like to have an incredible defense. I would like to have Jim Knowles as my defensive coordinator. Maybe they could deliver, although Drew Aller is, becoming a star of the sport and he's a household name, I suppose. Maybe if you're James Franklin, you tell him to Mike Winchell it, What did Billy Bob tell Mike Winchell in Friday Night Lights? He said, Mike, I don't know if Billy Bob told him this. Maybe it was some random guy on the street. He said, Mike, here's what I need you to do. I just need you to exist in that 2 seconds from when you get the snap to when you give Booby the ball. They can win a lot of games that way. Just give it to Booby, put Booby in. Booby gonna win. Booby gonna spin. That's what Booby said anyway. Then Booby got hurt.
He did.
And then things went sideways, and then they had to put it on Mike.
That could happen.
Yeah, but they have 2 boobies.
They have 2 boobies.
They have 2 Booby Miles.
All right.
They had 2 Booby Miles. Don't make a pull question out of that.
They have 2 boobies.
They have 2 of them. They have 2 of them. All right.
I'm trying here, people. I'm trying.
What?
I'm trying
What's
not
wrong with saying that?
You can say it.
Thank you.
I'm trying not to live there for the next 10 minutes and just joke after joke after joke.
You could, or you can make some sort of a graphic about nobody's stopping you, Josh. You have control of the internet. Elsewhere in the Big Ten, before we talk to Schaefer here, some reporting from Dan Wetzel this morning.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan. Thank you. Dan Wetzel writes this. Give Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti credit for this. He will advocate for what he believes is the best for one of the league's teams. That's true, even if that same program previously unleashed an avalanche of headline-grabbing public accusations and animosity on him. In this case, it's Michigan football, which at the height of 2023 advanced scouting sign-stealing scandal hit Petitti with a blistering legal filing, claims of personal bias, and choruses of boos and negative social media posts from fans. Regardless, Petitti has sent a letter to the NCAA Committee on Infractions arguing that Michigan deserved no further punishment in a case focusing on the actions of former staffer Connor Stalions. Apparently, this letter was read in an infractions committee hearing in Indianapolis in June. The NCAA, as you may know, has charged Michigan with 11 rule violations, 6 of them level 1, which are the most serious. Of course,
it's like a DEFCON 1.
The committee has yet to hand down a ruling yet, but remember, they have suspended many coaches for many games, including still this year, hoping to appease the NCAA and have it go easy on them. And now they have deployed Tony Petitti. And he says, you know what's powerful? A letter. I will write a letter and I'll say, please take it easy on Michigan. Please take it easy on Michigan.
I was going to drop the hammer on him, but this letterhead is just so nice.
Oh, you like the letter? Yeah, I know what you're saying. They are not going to listen to this stupid letter.
No.
I'll tell you that much. But so everything is about posturing these days, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think the commissioner of the Big Ten, and look, there as we speak, there's Adam Schefter from a golf cart on ESPN wearing a Michigan polo.
Yeah, I don't know, Pat. I don't think we're in trouble at all, Pat. What do you think?
I'm a Michigan man. You want to know why people hate Michigan? This. It's very easy. It's very easy to figure out why people hate Michigan. Well, they got the stupid commissioner who they yelled at in their back pocket. This is what. Why don't you just tell him to take it easy a little bit on us? Okay? Once again, not going to listen to this. But you know who loves this? Michigan. You know who's like, what the hell is going on here? Everyone else who was at the mercy of the sign-stealing scandal. And the NCAA has still not ruled on this case that has been years and years and years in the making now. Michigan continues to suspend coaches to appease the NCAA, and yet there is still no ruling. But they must feel like it's coming soon because Petitti wrote a letter to the league and he stood up like a good boy at the infractions meeting and read it out loud. Actually, it wasn't him, but somebody else did that.
Lights, please.
Yep. Excuse me, I have a letter. I've received a letter from Tony Petitti, and it reads as such.
I heard Sharon Moore and Ryan Gosling are going to team up for a sequel to The Fall Guy.
Yeah. This is stupid. This is very, very dumb. So I hope that, I don't know if there's precedent for this, but we do know that while deciding on potential penalties, given a case you've already investigated and wrapped your investigation on, when deciding to figure out what to do from a penalty perspective, we have gotten the sense that everything matters, right? Everything counts. How much contrition have you showed?
None.
No, they have. They've suspended many people. Pay no attention to the fact that we yelled at everyone and said it was a witch hunt at the beginning of it. And then after Harbaugh left, everybody was like, you know what? Maybe we should play this cool. So that's another part of the situation. How much will they decide is on Harbaugh's shoulders? How much will they decide is on Michigan's shoulders? And Tony Petitti is saying, hey, look, if you're going to punish somebody, don't punish them. They don't deserve it. It's not their fault.
It's not Giancarlo's fault.
It's not Giancarlo's fault. This is exactly what we need. The commissioner speaking up for one of its big schools. This is why people hate this conference. This is why people hate Michigan.
Kenneth with a very interesting point.
Hi, Kenneth.
Just remember that the biggest Michigan media honk just got a spot on Stupid Big Noon.
Facts.
That's going to be a segment.
Yep. Very cool. And once again, very normal. We love this conference. Venmo Chris writes in.
It's pretty good.
But the uniforms, Connor, they're so good. They're not. How about get a real logo on your helmet like a real team? That's what I would say. All right. So congratulations to Michigan for having the commissioner right there in their back pocket. Right there. Nice job. And great reporting from Dan Wetzel. I look forward to whatever conversation this sparks at Media Days over the next couple days. You could,
oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll probably come up.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit.
Hey,
but
you're not coaching for a couple games.
We'll all be distracted. We'll all be distracted by the fact that, people will want to know what Petitti thinks about the playoff. Mm-hmm. And he'll be like, I don't really care. It's kind of just whatever. But actually, we've been backed into this corner now, so I have to believe one thing. And now I'm out on an island by myself, and I'm going to fight for it. Tooth and nail. What a weird conference. And by the way, they're holding their media days in Las Vegas. Famously, a place where no school is located within several hundred miles.
Everybody's going to behave themselves.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. All right, we'll be back. Mike Schaefer will join us on the other side.
Schaefer.
We'll ask his thoughts. I believe he shares with me his hatred of Michigan, or at least his disdain toward Michigan as a member of the Big Ten Conference and the favors that it gets.
He also loves Cleveland.
He also
Cleveland.com.
loves Cleveland. Yes, I'm sure he's read some things about the Guardians and Cleveland.com.
That's right.
Or maybe some things that some other people say about what the name of that team should be.
That's right.
Wonder who's opinionated on that.
Don't look over here. Look over here.
Back after this on 1620 The Zone.
Come to Guardians.
Yeah, I have statistics to back up that we have people that listen.
Mike Schaefer.
Anytime there's sort of a debate as to who can do something, Happer would always put his name forth, for sure.
Husker 24/7 on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
I could be a star.
All right, we'll be joined by Mike Schaefer of Husker 247 here in just a moment. Nebraska football has put out a hype video of sorts. They had their on-campus photo day last week. I know this because I saw Emmett Johnson doing a bunch of TikTok dances later last week. But now some of the official stuff has come out from the great creative department at Nebraska. Many people dancing and pointing at cameras and just regular old smiling. And then now it's up to us to watch the video and pause it at various times to see if we see anything different. That's the kind of season that we're in right now. Not for me, though. Not for me. And I assume not for Mike Schaefer either, who joins us now on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone Hotline. Schaefer, good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. I am doing actually quite well. Things are going great over here. We got Big Ten Media Days tomorrow. We're officially at the epicenter of the off season. That means that fall camp is around the corner. That means football games are around the corner. Things are looking up.
Schaefer, I saw you do your own preseason media poll, which is just you. Yeah. It's great job. Great bit.
One-man poll.
Yeah. It's a great bit, by the way. You're like, you know what? I'm going to do my own. I'll rank my own. It seems as if you have joined me in the Indiana Haters Club. Welcome.
I don't think that I'm an Indiana hater so much as I just don't see lightning striking twice. I understand they had a fantastic season last year. I just don't think we're going to see teams be caught off guard by Indiana. I don't think we're going to get any cute quotes from Kurt Signetti in the middle of the year.
We'll still get cute quotes. Google. He'll be talking. That's for sure.
I think that there's going to be a little less talking because there's probably going to be a little bit more losing. So,
yes.
And I don't want to take anything. He's obviously a good coach, and they earned their ability to get into the college football playoff last year. But I think of them more as like a one-hit wonder than a band that has just discovered new form and is going to be on the top of the charts all the time.
Great take by you.
The analogy here, but
no, I like it.
Going with it.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But if you say because Indiana has turned into one of those, I don't know, like college football or like the internet really likes when Indiana does good stuff. And so if you say a bad thing about Indiana, you get yelled at on the internet. And it's me sitting there last year, like seething the entire season as they were beating cupcakes the entire year.
Yeah. So I have enjoyed multiple people that I know that went out to that Indiana game, the Nebraska-Indiana game, which is just the worst game to be at if you're a Nebraska fan last year. They were all treated very, very poorly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, they all have stories about how obnoxious the Indiana fans were. There was some physical incitement. Like, it's actually kind of remarkable to me how high the Indiana fan base has jumped up, at least anecdotally, people in my life, how much they hate them now. And I get to add you to it because I forgot about how you were sort of savagely attacked by the online Indiana Hoosier community.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't real thrilled with the Husker 24/7 hype cast. I remember we got a lot of comments on that one. That I always enjoy the people who really put themselves out there on a limb by commenting on a thing that was released before the game, and then they come back and tell you how it happened afterwards.
Yeah.
If only
this didn't age well.
Yeah, I mean, I always sort of been fascinated by people on Twitter who do that like you comment that someone started a game slow and then in the fourth quarter they have a touchdown. And
those are the best.
The guy goes back for 3 hours and points out that you were wrong in your tweet. Like that's the Indiana online community as well. So I'm for it. I think we need more hatred in sports, not in real life, but in sports, more hatred And so if for some reason Nebraska and Indiana becomes this like bitter thing because Indiana basketball and Nebraska football are forever linked as sad sacks, I'm okay with that too. I'm on board.
The other team that, for whatever reason gets special treatment from the conference, but I think you and I are on the same page on Michigan. What do we do with Michigan this year? They got one vote in the real Cleveland.com
poll. Can we meet this person? Can we find the individual that thought, this Michigan team,
they're going to do it.
A true freshman quarterback and 75 draft picks out the door, a head coach that's going to be suspended for 2 games, and a schedule that's not exactly favorable. This Michigan team is going to win the conference. Who is this person?
Maybe Dave Portnoy got a vote this year.
Yeah, from what I understand, I mean it's a beat writer from one of the markets in the Big Ten that, is he trolling? Is the Columbus beat writer? Is Doug Lesmerises trolling here by voting Michigan? I can't imagine a real person thought that Michigan is going to win the Big Ten. And hey, maybe they will, and maybe I'm going to have egg on my face. Then when someone goes and listens to this episode and brings it back up in December, we're all going to have a good laugh. But I don't anticipate that happening. I don't think they're going to be bad, but why would you think that they're going to win the conference? I just don't understand.
I would put them in this is the next question I was going to ask you, so it's a perfect lead in. Like, you have Penn State, Ohio State, and Oregon, and whatever order you want to mix them up in, I think that's fine. You said Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon. That's the way it came out in the conference poll as well. I think those 3 teams are on the same tier as you expect them to go to the playoff and have a chance to win the national championship game. And then there is the rest, which would include Michigan, in my mind. Illinois seems like the team at the top of the heap for everybody going into the season. USC's in the mix. Nebraska's in the mix. Iowa's in the mix. You could throw really whoever in the mix for that spot. And really, it's a question of who comes out at the top. How does Nebraska, find a way to end up near the top of that middle heap rather than at the bottom of it where they've been the last several years?
Well, I think it starts with the fact they only play one of those top 3 teams. So if you want to be an upper echelon team, the easiest way to do that is beat the other teams that are competing for you in this sort of hardy middle part of the Big Ten standings, I guess, if you will. Like, if Nebraska is really going to be a top 5 team in the Big Ten in 2025, and I don't think they are, but if they really are going to be that, then they should be able to beat Michigan with a freshman quarterback coming to their house. They should be able to beat USC, a team that people seem weirdly down on. I am not. I kind of think they could end up being the 4th best team, or even maybe representing Nebraska, representing Big Ten in the college football playoff. So I think those are tough games for Nebraska. But if you look at it, this schedule sets up very favorably for the Huskies. But it requires them to beat teams like Iowa and Minnesota, and their fan bases are laughing their asses off right now because Nebraska doesn't win those games, even though on paper or hell on the field sometimes it sure looks like they should, but they just don't finish them off. So if Nebraska is going to make this ascent and reclaim sort of second tier Big Ten status instead of whatever we want to call them right now, it starts with winning these games and against the middle of the pack. Like, they haven't done that. They've done a very nice job at being competitive against teams in the upper echelon and having a game or 2 a year where you walk away and you're like, they're not that far. But then they go and they blow it against the Iowas and the Minnesotas and, previously the Wisconsins. And it's UCLA last year, I think, is a perfect example of this. Like, it is really, really imperative that Nebraska beats these teams to prove that they're better than them. Otherwise, they're just going to be stuck in this middle loop for a long time.
Yeah. It's funny as now that we have a preseason poll, I'll go off yours, Schaefer, your picks here. So Nebraska plays teams 17, 16, 13, 12, and then 10, 9. They are 8, 6, 5, and then 1. in the league. So you have this smattering of, all right, you only play one of the top tier teams, a few of the middle that you have to jockey for position with, and then a couple of the bottom who you need to take care of business against. Like there's 3 differentiating categories there of teams that you play.
Yeah, and it feels like if Nebraska is ascending as a program, they should get at least 5 wins out of that schedule. And if they're not, that's going to feel like a big giveaway. I mean, you're just not going to get schedules like this every year. Take a peek at what Wisconsin's going to play. Like that could end up being you at some point in time with this level of talent. And so, the thing Indiana did so well last year is they maximized their schedule. I'm not saying Nebraska is going to be Indiana, but frankly, there's one team on this schedule that looks dauntingly unbeatable. That's Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Even they have a lot of cachet for figuring it out late last season, making a nice run to the college football playoff semifinals. Maybe they got a little bit of help with how the draw broke for them. Whatever. They won the games. I thought they looked good in the Big Ten championship game, too. I think they're going to be really good. I think they're the best team in the conference. Everybody else, there's a real chance Nebraska could win those games. So, it's about maximizing your opportunities when they sit in front of you. This isn't one of those years where you have Ohio State and Michigan, Penn State all on the schedule. You have Michigan, you have Penn State, but you're getting a lesser version of Michigan, we expect, and a top tier version of Penn State. We'll see what USC is. The rest of those teams, you know what they are, and you can play with them. So it just feels like this really needs to be a year Nebraska maximizes opportunity. I don't know that I believe that they will, but it is all out there for the taking. And that is going to be a big part of tomorrow's conversation. I have to imagine.
No doubt. Schaefer, before we let you go, we got this comment in from Dave on YouTube who says, looking forward to tweeting that this aged poorly at Schaefer when Michigan wins the conference. So people are already bookmarking this.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if Michigan wins the conference, I hope that Dave and other people that really believe this take some of their well-earned money, go to the Prairie Flower Casino, and use the betting.
Now, to be clear, Schaefer, I don't think he actually believes this. I think he just wants to bring it up to dunk on. Like dunking is
sure.
Fun.
I'm just using Dave as an example. It could be any number of Dave. It could be a sarcastic Dave. It could be a serious Dave. You never know when you get a Dave comment.
Your thought on Scotty Scheffler winning yet another golf tournament?
He's a machine. It's boringly efficient.
It's awesome, though.
I don't dislike him for it, but it's just, there's not a lot of flair to it. The most exciting thing that ever happened was his being detained and arrested. And now that that's already happened, I can't even imagine what we're going to get from Scotty Scheffler that can top that. So I guess we'll just have to settle with him being a really boring, really good golfer.
Yeah, I guess hopefully maybe the timing.
So backhanded.
Go ahead.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, maybe
go ahead.
Maybe it works out so the timing is whenever he has his next kid, it's like as he's winning another Masters or something like that. That could be some impending drama with Scotty Scheffler.
It does feel like he's just going to win a bunch. Like he hadn't won in like 2 months, and that in itself was a storyline, which is insane in golf, where it should be really hard to win all the time. So he's a machine, and I like that he exists, because then when people themselves past that, it's kind of like the New England Patriots thing or the Chiefs in the NFL. Like, you need the measurement. So then the next level of greatness when you see it.
No doubt about it.
And Scotty Scheffler, right now, he's the measurement. Everybody else is trying to meet or pass it.
Schaefer, enjoy your week. Great to talk as always, and enjoy talking season this week.
I got to ask, because this came up over the weekend, how much time are you devoting to the Coldplay situation?
I feel like it's run its course, and I hadn't really thought about it because we did it on, I think we were already sick of it by Friday. Josh said that he was already sick of the memes by Friday. So
that's right.
I think it ran its course, and it's all over now.
I enjoyed such an offline week where I spent so little time on the internet that I heard about this on Thursday and Friday, but hadn't really devoted any time to it. And then Sunday, I was able to spend more time on the internet, and it was like, this is stupid. Why did this become a story?
Yeah.
And I expected it would continue to be a story, but it's good. It's dead now. So I don't have to I don't have to worry about it anymore or think about it in any way, shape, or form.
It's amazing. See you, Shave.
Hey, guys.
Mike Schaefer, Husker, 24/7. The boys will have coverage all week from Vegas. We had a gathering yesterday where family came over, and I overheard a conversation where they were talking about the Coldplay thing. Somehow my parents knew about this. They're not on social media.
Yeah, your parents know.
So it's got to be over now.
Yeah, they both were put on administrative leave Friday afternoon.
Oh, did we actually get a real statement from the astronomers?
Yes, at about it was 3:30. I said it would happen at 4:30. They were both put on administrative leave.
All right, there you go. And people were like, "Did you see?" So there was an offshoot of this. Antonio Brown did a tweet.
Oh no!
It wasn't even. It was Antonio. It wasn't bad. Antonio Brown. It was kind of bad.
Bleep of the week.
No, he goes. Hey, how did he get on administrative leave? He's the CEO. And then people realize that people don't know how companies work, where there's like a board of directors, and and they get to make all the decisions, and the CEO is kind of just the figurehead of all these things. So that was another offshoot of this conversation. People teaching people business structures. So I'm glad we got there.
That's important.
Back after this with the odd news on 1620 The Zone.
After further review, the host is deemed to be out of bounds. The Connor Happer Show returns in minutes on 1620 The Zone.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick bit.
And now we've reached the point in the show where Josh Odson reads the peculiar, the bizarre, the comical, The Odd News with Odd Son. Odd News, Odd Son. See what we did there? The Odd News with Odd Son.
We always recommend that you guys send us stories that you think are odd news.
Yeah. Love when the audience does my work for me.
But we do have a little bit of a lesson tied into this.
Okay.
Last night, I get a tweet from Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Please tell Josh, the producer, to please do a bit on Odd News about a man being sucked into an MRI and killed in Nassau County.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. Hilarious, but in a sad way, hilarious. And as a general rule of thumb, we try not to do stories that are funny in that the ending is a man or a woman dying.
Yeah.
We try not to do those stories.
General rule of thumb, if someone dies, it isn't funny.
Yeah.
However.
Oh, is this included on the Odd News today?
It is not.
Okay.
But that same thing happened in the newest Final Destination movie that came out like 2 or 3 months ago. And I definitely read that story and went, oh my gosh.
Theo writes in, sociopath request.
Whoa.
So, I mean, we get stories tweeted at us all the time of, hey, I know this ended in some guy dying, but it's kind of funny the way he died. And
but
that's don't stop tweeting about us because we want to see them.
Also, because I'm probably laughing off air when you send me those stories that I can't do on the air.
We just can't talk about it on the air.
Yeah.
That's right. Decorum.
Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, yes.
He won his 4th major championship on Sunday in familiar fashion.
But it was boring. All he did was play golf good.
The 29-year-old has been he's 29? God.
He's got it going on, baby.
He looks older. He's been the number 1 golfer in the world for a while now. It seems like he's going to keep that spot for quite some time. He's a tailor-made boy.
Mm-hmm.
And the golf company, TaylorMade, their guy wins a major, you gotta make a post about it. You gotta tweet about it. You gotta Insta a post about it.
You sound great right now, Jeff.
I sound unk. So they used a picture of Scotty Scheffler not wearing a hat, and they did him a favor of photoshopping in his hairline.
Did they really?
They did. Scheffler uses TaylorMade clubs, and on Sunday, the equipment company celebrated his win with a celebratory post on Instagram. Fans quickly noticed one strange thing about the photo they used. It seemed to have extra hair.
I gotta see this.
They keep it up.
Well, I'm going to Twitter. Somebody must have.
Go to Sports Illustrated's Twitter account at SI Now.
At SI Now.
You'll have to do a bit of scrolling.
God.
They do have the post embedded into the news article.
Okay.
Where they gave Scotty some extra hair.
Fans were too quick to call this out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Many people calling it bald shaming.
Oh, okay. Well, they didn't really have to do that.
They didn't do very much.
Everyone knows that he looks different without a hat on. Come on, TaylorMade. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, that's your guy. You're proud of your guy, right?
Yeah, that's disappointing.
You don't need your guy to look a certain way. Right?
Yeah, a little bit disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We go to London, where inside of a sleepy English village.
A sleepy English village.
Yes. The country's biggest swingers festival took place over the weekend.
All right.
Over 1,000 amorous attendees. This is I believe it's the 5th annual swingers convention. It started back in 2020. We were all looking for things to do. So they basically they gather in this field and they eyes wide shut it for all the world to see. Now, yes, that is a very odd story, but that's not the odd part. The odd part is that
what?
The people who live in this village
probably not happy.
They're not happy. It's very noisy. It sounds like Wimbledon out there.
It's the noise.
It's the noise.
For me, it'd be the views, but the noise probably not any more comforting.
No, it sounds like the women's Wimbledon final out there. Residents have publicly complained about loud moaning sounds coming from the site. It's usually the talk of the village. Some say let adults do whatever they want to do, but I know many are not pleased they have chosen this spot for such activities.
It probably becomes a competition on who could be the loudest.
I would think at some point, yes.
Because you're outside and there's, hundreds of people just, hacking away.
Tickets go for $250.
Tickets?
Yeah.
This sounds all right. This is a little scary now.
When did capitalism get involved in swinging, baby?
Jeez, I thought it was for the love of the game.
Yeah, live music, DJs, workshops, and demonstrations.
All right.
That celebrate diversity also
good.
is noted
What
in
a
there.
great thing to celebrate.
Yeah.
Now, we got to take some accountability here.
Okay.
Because Jed writes in on the text line.
Hi, Jed.
He said, we've got mentions of the thing that I said earlier, that Penn State has two what, Josh? Boobies.
Oh, boobies.
Like Booby Miles.
Booby
and now we're talking about swingers. What's going on with this show? Is this show all of a sudden now a horny show? That's what Jed's wondering.
You did one, I did one. That's probably still less than the other two shows combined.
But once again, mine wasn't sexual in nature. You guys made it that way because you guys are horny. I'd say that you guys are horny.
Good spin.
Thank you.
We're coming back across the pond. We're going to Everett, Washington for our final story.
Good.
A suspect hit over a dozen cars after speeding off in a stolen fire engine late Friday night.
Too many.
Yes. Police counted at least 5 separate scenes where the suspect damaged cars, landscaping, or street signs throughout multiple neighborhoods. The suspect then took off on foot after significantly damaging the fire engine, taking it out of commission completely. The fire engine was one of the department's newest in the fleet.
Don't hit the new fire engine.
Fire Chief Dave DeMarco said the department is reviewing the incident to see how it can be prevented in the future. I don't know, I'm going to guess don't leave the keys in it. We're thankful that no one was injured. We remain focused on safeguarding our community and our emergency response capabilities. An Everett fire crew was responding to a medical emergency at an apartment building just after 11 p.m. when the truck was stolen. The crew was returning to the apparatus when they discovered it missing.
Well, that's interesting. That's probably a really good time to steal a fire truck.
Yeah.
I mean, I when you first brought this story up, I figured it was just out of the firehouse. No, it's like after all the firemen piled out of the fire truck fighting a fire. I mean, it's just sitting there. I assume they got to keep the thing running. Keys are in there. It's ready to go.
Yeah, you can't lose valuable seconds starting up the fire engine.
Now, the problem is with stealing a fire truck, they're probably going to find the fire truck.
Yeah, it's very big and there's only so many of them.
Right.
Also, you probably don't know how to drive a fire engine.
Is that a challenge?
Yes.
I would love to drive a fire truck. I bet I could drive one.
Make it happen. I'll call the mayor.
Well, I just got to find a fire. I'm sure there's some fire people who listen to this show. Firemen and women. If you want to lend me your truck for a little while, let me take a little ride around and have me get behind the wheel. I'm down.
Got to be a simulator, right?
Let's party. I just got a text from a fireman.
Hi, fireman.
A fireman who I know personally. There are no keys on a fire engine.
Whoa. Is it push button now?
No, I don't think it has any. I don't know.
Okay.
How does it turn on? I have no idea, but I have to get a follow-up.
Is it like a submarine where you need 2 keys or?
I'm not sure what the key situation looks like, but there are no keys. It sounds like it's just a button.
Like modern cars, right?
I don't know. We're getting. I have the dots right now. There's going to be a follow-up coming to this in a second. So
this is fascinating.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't want to help people steal fire trucks. Okay. It's just a push start and you don't have to have a key. You don't have to have a maybe we shouldn't be saying this, but it's just a push button.
Whoa.
And you're just like, all right, let's push this thing. We're off and running.
It should be like, I'm glad it's very quick. That's the quickest possible option. That's good for saving lives.
That's probably the point, right?
But, boy, I feel like There should be a safeguard.
Like the last thing you want to do is you're leaving the fire station. All right, come on, we got to go. It's a 9-alarm fire. Where are the keys?
You're patting yourself
Jimmy,
down.
did you forget at the last stop? Where's the spare? I never know.
They're on my nightstand. I got to go back up the pole.
So it makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
That is the odd news. We have much to cover today on a Monday show, including a topic alert for you regarding football. Maybe we'll do
football.
Yeah, a football topic alert for you. That and plenty more coming up on 1620 The Zone.
He does it the only way he knows how. With his massive sports brain sprinkled with a smidgen of rabble-rousing. Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Noon hour on a Monday, live from the sauna here in Midtown Omaha. Oh, yeah.
All of Omaha is a sauna.
All of Omaha Yes. I wasn't specifically talking about this studio today.
We would never talk bad about our workplace.
It's very reasonable in here, although a little bit more humid from outside of the walls of the studio, but that's normal. We got a lot of stuff going on in here. But I'm talking about outside the walls of our building, which is just outside. And there's nothing anyone could do about that because it's way too steamy. It is going to be uncomfortable this week, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get ready for it. Or if you're in Las Vegas covering the Huskers and other Big Ten programs, it's also going to be hot, but at least you'll have a casino to cool off.
Yes.
It could be the middle of winter outside and you wouldn't even know. It could be snowing in Las Vegas. You'd probably hear about it at that point.
Yeah, there'd probably be people walking around talking.
So I got a couple things here in this segment, including a topic alert. Yeah, I got a topic alert from... Yeah, Urban Meyer provided us with a topic alert. We'll get to that in a second. I wanted to pass this along from earlier. This is a press release from our friends at Fox Sports. Ready?
Yes, I think so.
I don't think you are, Josh.
Oh, okay.
Fox Sports and AEG announce official dates for the 2026 college basketball crown with Elite Eight team field.
What?
Let's get more information. Following a hugely successful inaugural tournament, Fox Sports and AEG announced the official dates for the 2026 college basketball crown, April 1 to 5 in Vegas. The elite postseason college hoops tournament delivered compelling matchups, impressive viewership, and a captivating championship run by Nebraska, becoming must-see competition, showcasing elite programs that narrowly missed the NCAA tournament selection. It says this. I'm reading it word for word. I'm reading this word for word, Josh.
You've said elite a lot of times.
It's very elite. It's very elite.
They're going to get sued.
The 2026 field will feature 2 top teams from the Big 10, Big 12, and Big East conferences that do not receive NCAA tournament bids, and then 2 wild card teams as selected by the committee. So if you are the top 2 teams to not make the NCAA tournament from the Big 10, Big 12, and Big East, remember this is put on by Fox, who broadcasts each of those conferences' basketball games, some of them, and then 2 randos, you can make the college basketball crown and be really cool at the end of the year. So congratulations to the crown, who has decided that it's so elite it needs less teams. I think everybody should take a page out of the crown's book. We're talking about the NCAA tournament expanding. How about be a little bit more crown? I'm on board with this crown thing now. They're contracting, Josh.
Others are expanding. They're contracting.
Exactly. I'm on board with that.
How many teams were in the
you got some questions?
crown last year?
I believe it was 16.
Okay.
I believe they doubled it. So they were just losing a round of the crown, sadly.
It's a quicker crown now.
It's a little bit of a quicker crown.
Easier to win.
I mean, Nebraska was there for a week and a half last year?
Too long.
Now we got just 1 maximum week in Las Vegas in April if you want to cover your team or go watch your team playing in the college basketball crown.
Kenneth with an interesting idea on how to
Topic
make the
alert?
crown better.
Okay.
Would be really fun to take those 2 wild card teams from the group of 32 teams who lose their first game of the NCAA tournament. They get revived. They get a second life.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sort of like a second chance play in your whatever your favorite reality show may be.
How many of them would say no, though?
A lot of them.
I guess you only need 2 yeses.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like that's the most you could possibly get.
Like the
Is 2
16s.
yeses.
The 16s would say yes.
Yeah.
But they would be last in the pecking order, you know? So let's say like a 3 seed gets bounced in the first round. They lose in the round in the first round. They lose to a 14. Like the 3 is like
Yeah, no.
It's time to portal myself.
We're tucking our tail between our legs and going home.
No, thank you. What is the highest seed that would say yes to this?
8?
Yeah, like an 8 or a 9 or a 10. like a bubble team.
Yeah.
Even them, it's probably unlikely. It's like, yep, you know what? Our season, we had the conclusion that we desired. We went to the NCAA tournament. We lost to a better team. Ready, break.
The guys are really itching to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to go. So you might end up with some Summit League champions or something like that, which would kind of be fun. That's an interesting idea from our boy Kenneth. Speaking of interesting ideas, we just can't drop the Scott Frost story, Josh.
You guys are always talking about
Always
it.
talking
Let
about
it go.
Notably, at Big 12 Media Days, 2 weeks ago, he said, "Don't take the wrong job."
Connor, you see, that was off the record, and the stupid media didn't know what to do.
Some people think differently about what is on and off the record. But either way, he said it. He's not denying that. He said it out loud. Don't take the wrong job. Urban Meyer finally got a chance to respond to this on the Triple Option podcast on 3, I guess. Quote, "We've all stood at the podium and you say something and you're like, ouch, why did I say that? And you can't take it back." I'm sure he'd want to take it back. If he's not if it's not meant to be, it's a direct shot at Nebraska. I know Scott Frost, hell of a coach. I've known him for a long time. That didn't go well. I actually had people send it to me and say, wow, look at this. That's one of those ones. Would you want to take it back? Sure. Now, Urban, I know you know Scott pretty well. I'd like to think that we here in the state of Nebraska know him a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't think he didn't mean it. I think he wished he could have said it and it didn't come out. I think he wishes that he would have said it in a way in which only the people who he intended for to hear it heard it, but that's not the way it went for him. I think he meant every bit of what he said, actually.
This is the wrong takeaway from this, but who is reading that story about Scott Frost?
I got to go tell Urban.
I got to send this to Urban.
Did you see what he said that? Did you see what he said?
You're a coach. This is a coach too. Here.
Yeah, people just said stuff to people.
I guess.
I'm not sure.
Everyone has a different threshold for, I got to send this to somebody.
So let me be clear. I think Scott very much meant that.
Yes.
And I just think he was probably a little bit disappointed in maybe the fact that people heard him say it.
Well, when you say things in public, generally
sometimes
people will hear it.
Right. But as we know, Scott Frost likes to take his anger and direct it at the wrong things a lot. But here's the
truck panels.
Here's the topic. Okay. It's in the last quote. I get the story from Awful and Anson. Thank God for Awful and Anson for aggregating these things for me, so I don't have to listen to Urban Meyer's podcast.
Oh, you're not listening to the Triple Option podcast?
No.
Okay.
I was also with Billy Donovan when he was at Florida and he left to go to the Magic, came back. Think about that. Then I was also with Dan Dockich as a basketball coach at Bowling Green, hottest coach in America. He takes the job at West Virginia. I get a call about 4 days later and he says, "This isn't what I thought it would be. I'm coming back." So they both came back. So I get it. I get that. I get sometimes you put your feet down somewhere and you're like, uh-oh, this ain't Kansas. And that's where we arrive to our topic alert. What if, yes, what if what Scott Frost is saying about the Nebraska job, he knew it deep down the entire time, but he couldn't say no.
He says
he was tugged. Remember how he was tugged?
People forget. Poll question. Remember how he was tugged?
What if he gets to Nebraska and he looks out and he realizes this feeling is too overwhelming. I don't actually want to do this. So he Dana Altmans it. He woo pig sueys and leaves. He goes back to UCF. What if Scott Frost would have woo pig suey Dana Altman Nebraska and went back to UCF after he told the Nebraska reporters to not talk to his family? He was like, you know what? This is not right. I am going home. This is not going to be good for me. Trust me. You guys are going to thank me later. But I'm going home.
Oh, the fan base would have burnt down his Orlando home by now.
But we all would have been in a much better place. This would have been, he should have done this. If he really believed that Nebraska wasn't the right job for him and he didn't feel it in that moment. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually the truth. Because that day, if you would have told me in that day at that podium in 2017, I was there in December of 2017, a week after he wins the conference title. If you would have told me this guy doesn't actually believe what he's saying right now and he doesn't believe in Nebraska and he doesn't want to be here, I would have been like, you are full of crap. There's no way that that's true because everybody surrounded him. I'll never forget it, man. It was the media down on, and they did the press conference on the 4th floor, and the media is there, and there is a 5th floor, the suite level floor that overlooks this area. Lined 2 deep, 3 deep, and is a long stretch lined with former players and just Nebraskans or whatever who were just like, this is it. This is the moment. So once again, if we're trying to do the revisionist history of like, I didn't actually believe in all that, I didn't want to do that in the first place, I don't know. I kind of call BS. But let's just say the feeling was too overwhelming for him, and he felt as if he was tugged by the wrong things, and then he wanted to tug himself back to UCF.
You can do that.
You can do that. It's been done before. Dana Altman did it. Remember how weird that was?
He did.
Many people have done it before. I take a job. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. I don't like it here. I'd like to go home now. We'd all be in a better place today, Josh. Because we would have been mad at Scott Frost, and ultimately we would have probably gotten our closure at some point in the last 5 years or something like that. Actually, or maybe it just stays open-ended.
I think
maybe that's the best possible result for the Scott Frost story.
For life.
Maybe that's the best possible result for the Scott Frost story.
Because let's say everything else just kind of remains the same. UCF rattled off 11, 12 win. Like, they didn't lose till the bowl game that year.
Well, which the year after?
Yeah, 2018.
18, yeah.
So Scott Frost would have been coming off of an undefeated season, still an undefeated regular season, and Nebraska fans would have been so mad.
Well,
that would have been here. That could have been Lincoln.
Nebraska,
no, that jerk.
Yeah, Nebraska would have had. Now there is that piece. Nebraska would have had to find itself a new coach, and it, according to Bill Moose, it would have probably been Justin Fuente. And I don't know how that one would have went. I don't know how any. And then
I got a hunch, not well. Connor.
And then it would have been COVID. He would have probably got fired after COVID anyway, and then you probably try to bring him back. Actually, you know what? This is a horrible result to this story. But think about the chaos, Josh. Think about the chaos.
I mean, villain for life.
But then they would have still tried to hire him after they would have fired Fuente in whatever year it was, 20 or 21.
Oh my gosh! If he would have said no twice.
But if it would have been Trev wouldn't have hired him. But then that makes Trev the bad guy.
Yeah, I got a hunch Trev didn't like that fella.
Trev would not. If Scott Frost had not been here before Trev got here, and Trev had the open, whatever to do what he would not have hired Scott Frost.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how much success he would have had at UCF in those 3 years in between. He would not have hired that guy. Nope. And then that makes Trev the bad guy for life because people are just like, how are we not hiring this guy? What is wrong?
But then
Frost used it as like some sort of internal motivation, and he keeps getting better and better and better, and he takes a big job and he has success there, and he's like, I can't believe they didn't want me. Trev leaves and he goes to Texas A&M, and Dana comes in and he hires him, and then it all blows up.
Today, maybe Brett Murphy would be wishing Nebraska head coach Billy Napier happy birthday.
Maybe. Maybe. So a couple comments here.
Yeah, what are the people saying about this?
From the 402.
Okay, hi 402.
Connor, I have to question Frost's intelligence to a degree.
Really? What makes you say that? Seems rude.
I'm not sure I believe him on a lot of the things that he says. Alex and Lincoln.
Hi, Alex.
Booby, Miles. Balls, golf balls. Swinging, Josh, you can explain that one. And tugging. What else might come up on the Happer show today? Stay tuned to find out.
It's a big bunk Monday.
Stay tuned to find out. From the 402.
Hi, 402.
So what you're saying is that Trev and Frost weren't drinking cocktails together at the country club? No. Well, Frost wasn't hanging out with much of anybody except for his very close-knit circle at this point. There you go. There's your topic alert. I'm sure we could have taken it. I mean, it could have gone 700 different directions, but it would have been chaos. People would have been mad at the administration, though, mostly.
Yeah.
Obviously, they would have been.
You don't think they would have been mad at Scott?
Oh, they would have been mad at both. But people would have been like, hey, look.
How do you not get it done?
How do you not make it, you know, how did you not land the plane? You were so close. How did you not land this plane?
In that moment in 2017, I don't think Scott would have said, I'm happy here. I think he would have given another reason for why he didn't take the job.
I mean, he loves to blame other people and he loves to say that he was tugged, but he believed in himself.
Sure.
He thought that he could do this job. Ultimately, that's the bottom line question that you have to answer about yourself. Do you think you can do it? Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on, stuff that admittedly he knew. He knew. Like he knew where the bodies were buried here, and he knew the temperature, and he knew the negatives that came with the job. But ultimately, he's not here if he doesn't believe that he can do it. So whatever he tells you right now about not being the right job, he's a liar. It's just a lie. Like, he believed in himself. That's the reason why he ended up at Nebraska. He thought he could do it. If he didn't think he could do it, he wouldn't have ended up here. So ultimately, that was never going. He was never gonna Dana Altman himself back home because he believed in himself too much. He had too much confidence in himself, and that is what was his undoing at Nebraska. Because about a year in, he didn't have very much confidence anymore.
Things have changed.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
But Akron.
It was that Akron game. That Akron game just gets played. All of a sudden, Scott Frost doesn't lose his confidence.
And it's probably the reason we say what was that guy's name? Virginia Tech guy?
Justin Fuente.
Probably why the Justin Fuente era didn't work.
There's probably a lot of reasons for that. All right, we'll take a quick timeout. We have plenty more topics for you all. Oh, yeah, we have to catch up on old Rory Two Balls.
Rory Two Balls. Why are they calling him Rory Two Balls?
And the WNBA All-Star Game.
Yes.
Plenty of takes.
Culture War of the Week.
1620 The Zone.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Here comes the clown.
Oh, many takes about the WNBA All-Star Game over the weekend.
Oh, yes.
None of it about basketball. Once again, I like sports for the sports. But if you like sports for the drama, then let me introduce you to the WNBA.
Plenty of drama there. A lot of people who think Superman sucked over the weekend coming out.
Superman. If I wanted to watch him get his ass kicked for 3 hours,
robots,
I would do AI or something. Okay. The warm-up shirts with the story of the WNBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
They read, "Pay us what you owe us." This was decided beforehand by the players, which is apparently a meeting that was not attended by Caitlin Clark.
Well, she's good on money.
Well, somebody asked her after the game, they were like, "Hey, could you just give us an idea of like what you make compared to the WNBA compared to your endorsements?" Did you hear that question? Yeah, it was really, it wasn't exactly that direct, but it was basically that. And she was like, "Yeah, we're really happy to be put in a situation that we're put in, and we're trying to even that out a little bit." So, pay us what you owe us was what was on the WNBA All-Star shirts. And then, of course, Kelsey Plum, who hates Caitlin Clark, afterwards was like, "I didn't see Caitlin Clark in there." And even Sabrina Ionescu was like, "Whoa, hang on."
She hates that girl.
What is going on? She really does. She really hates Caitlin Clark.
I don't know a lot about ball, but that's
definitely
pretty
does
easy
not
to
like
read.
Caitlin Clark. So there is some ongoing negotiations right now, and salary structure and revenue sharing is at the forefront of it. According to WNBA PA president, the WNBA PA president, the league and the union are proposing two systems, with the league wanting a fixed percentage and the players wanting a better share where our salaries grow with the business and not just a fixed percentage over time. The WNBA reportedly shares 9% of its revenue with its players.
Now, is their union president having these meetings at strip clubs like other union presidents?
Why do you ask, Josh?
Just
no reason?
Reading the news.
Okay.
Want to make sure I'm getting my stories straight.
Yes, the WNBA players reportedly receive 9.3% of the league revenue, which is, yes, much lower than what other athletes and professional sports leagues earn. Now, I could already hear people typing into their computers or firing up their telephones and saying, "Connor, the WNBA lost $40 million last year. How could they expect to make any money?" Guys, this is not like a regular, mom and pop business. Okay. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the NBA has gained some popularity over the last couple of years.
Maybe strike while the iron's hot. Get yourself some money. Maybe enough money so you don't have to go to, I don't know, let's just name a random country, Russia, and play basketball professionally.
Or, any other country.
Any other country.
So the WNBA likely, basically overnight, as it renegotiates the TV deal, will go from losing a lot of money per year to getting a lot of money per year, and they want to capitalize off of that as well. But once again, you see that other leagues pay their players because they have a good collective bargaining process, 40, 50% of the total league revenue. And meanwhile, the WNBA makes about 9%. That is the point that the WNBA players were trying to get across. I think it makes a ton of sense. I would imagine that this gets worked out in the CBA negotiations. I don't know if they're going to get exactly what they want as far as like the rolling percentage based on how much money they're making, but they're going to get more than 9%. 9% is a little rough, Josh.
A
little rough.
You wear the shirts at the All-Star game. You now have the court of public opinion on your side. You probably don't want to be the league commissioner that, hey, I was trying to take my children to a Caitlin Clark game, and you, the big greedy commissioner that I've been told, is canceling Caitlin Clark games. Probably don't want to be that commissioner.
No, you don't.
That'd be like having a huge home run chase and then
suspending all of the players. I don't know. Yeah, that might have happened before, but that was later. I don't have much to say other than this on the WNBA thing. That makes a lot of sense to me if the players are simply saying, "Yes, I believe that you owe us more than 9% of the league revenue that you're making." I think that makes sense. When you compare it to the other leagues and they're sitting around 40 to 50%, you're like, "Oh, okay. I see what's happening here." But Connor, they're losing $40 million a year. Well, now you have an opportunity to strike while the iron's hot. And yes, the players are in a unique position to capitalize on that at this very moment. A phone call?
Yes.
Let's do that on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. Here is Jesse. Jesse, what's going on?
Hey, guys. So I do watch a little WNBA, and yes, a lot of it is because of Caitlin Clark. So there's a couple of issues that concern me with this conversation. I want everybody to make as much money as they can. I mean, I think we all do, if we're adults anyway. Two issues. One is it over and over again, repeatedly, the other players fail to attach themselves to the tide that raises all other boats.
I know.
It is Caitlin.
It's wild.
Right?
Wild.
You have to do that. You have to get over it. The other issue I have is, unfortunately, yes, is a TV deal, but the main contributor to that TV deal is ESPN. And we've seen ESPN overshoot their shot in the past in terms of spending money. My concern is these girls are going to collectively bargain themselves out of business, because I'm going to be honest with you here. The only reason we're talking about this is because we have been force-fed the league. It's not like the ratings outside of Clark games. The ratings have not shot up equivalent to what the coverage increase has been over the last 2 years. And so my concern is they're going to get all this money, they're going to get used to it, and then everybody's going to look at each other, whether it's ESPN or the owners, and go, okay, well, it seems to have died down. So now what? So that's my concern as a fan.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Jesse. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's interesting kind of perspective. I hope they don't overshoot it. But you are trying to strike while the iron's hot, that's for sure. Once again, the bar is pretty low right now. It'd have to be a pretty big shot to overshoot it. You know what I mean? If you're sitting at 9% of the league's revenue at the moment, you're just like, hey man, we just want this league to work like every other league. Now that we're not a fledgling league, I think that's what's happened, right? We're not a fledgling league anymore.
They're expanding aggressively.
We're not a startup anymore, right? Let's operate like a real league. Let's operate like a real league with a real TV contract with real players and pay them so that they don't have to get jobs in the offseason. And so they could be professional athletes all the time. You want them to be professional athletes all the time. So let's make the league kind of feel and look like that as well. And they do, to Jesse's first point, they should probably stop being so mad at Caitlin Clark all the time.
You probably want to attach yourself to that. Yes, yes. The Caitlin Clark tide is beginning to raise the other boats as well. I remember a story a couple weeks ago. I just looked it up. The Liberty played the Aces, and almost 1 million people watched it, and that was the highest rated non-Caitlin Clark game in WNBA history on ESPN. So it does appear as though hey, watch Caitlin Clark, and then you'll watch other things this league has to offer. It seems to be working in some spots.
Yeah, and there's some drama in there too. I mean, we talked about it before. Like people who like sports, people who like drama. I mean, if you're introduced to Caitlin Clark, you're introduced to all this other stuff too. And the league kind of has that right now. So Yes, there is unique opportunity, I would say, at the moment. It, once again, doesn't seem like all that big of an ask to say, can we just get a little bit more of the slice of the pie?
Yeah.
College athletes are getting more of the slice of the pie now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
think they're going to 20, 30% of their athletic department revenue is going to the players.
You're going to hear the why would Juju Watkins ever dream of going to the WNBA when she can make money at USC?
Yeah.
We'll do that 100 times next year.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Should we check on so that's our that was not the Caitlin Clark thing.
It was not the Caitlin Clark thing. It was the Kelsey Plum thing.
Yes, she is not a fan.
No.
And once again, Sabrina Ionescu was like, dude, you didn't have to do that. No, I wanted to check in on old Rory Two Balls.
Real quick.
What?
Kelsey there was a red carpet for the All-Star game.
Oh, no.
And there was a big Nike logo behind it. And she posed, and Caitlin Clark commented on it. Thanks for the Nike ad. And Kelsey is an Under Armour contracted ad. That was the thing I wanted to remember in this segment.
They don't each other.
Yeah, it seems like it might be mutual.
Got it. Rory Two Balls, Josh.
Rory Two Balls. Why are we calling him that? I like it.
Yeah, you want to see something that you'd never seen before?
Yeah.
Let me show you a little bit. Now, if you play enough golf, you're going to probably see something that you've never seen before. If you're watching along with us on YouTube.
Do we need the sound?
Sure. It wouldn't. We could play it one time through and we'll have the sound go along with this. This is from, I believe, Saturday's third round at the Open Championship. Rory McIlroy hanging out in the rough a little bit. Happens,
to Rory.
It happens to people, Josh. It happens to people.
Did it happen to Scotty?
He was in the rough at times too.
Oh, okay.
He just got out really well and won by a lot. Here's what happened on Rory McIlroy's approach shot on Saturday.
Way up in the air, actually left of the green. Another ball. There's a ball there.
Oh no.
Have you ever? He was sitting right on top of another ball. That's why he said that as soon as he made impact. Amazing. He could feel it.
So there was a slow-mo replay that they did after that wasn't included in that clip. And sorry about the bad audio on it too. But what you missed, if you're not watching along with this, is Rory McIlroy shooting out of the rough, hitting his ball, striking his ball cleanly, and then unearthing another ball that had been lost in the rough for God knows how long, years and years and years and years, potentially, just buried underneath the grass at Royal Portrush. That's why we call him Old Rory Two Balls. I ain't never seen that before. You hit a ball, out pops another ball.
Which ball went forward?
The ball that he was supposed to hit.
Okay.
It went forward.
Okay.
The ball that unearthed itself did not unearth itself until after he hit the ball that he was supposed to hit.
Whoa.
Once again, golf, just like baseball in that way. You might see something that you've never seen before. So, speaking of which, how about baseball? Maybe something that you've never seen before. Josh, you have definitely seen this probably 7 to 12 times since Friday.
7 to 12.
That'd be my guess.
What a grossly low estimate.
Oh, you think what? 13 to 20?
4,000.
You have not seen this 4,000 times.
I watched it a lot.
It's not 4,000.
It's not 4,000.
This is Ronald Acuna playing some baseball on Friday against the Yankees.
High and deep to right. Over toward the line. Acuna's got it. Tagging from second is Bebas. Whoa! They got him! Are you kidding me? A frozen rope. Bebas cannot believe it. Frenchie, I'm stunned.
We're gonna, when we come back, we'll dig into this. This was unbelievable.
And Nacho sold it. And they're not going to challenge it.
No.
Folks, that's
There you go. There's Ronald Acuna with the RPG on his shoulder. That's a rocket, folks. That's pretty good.
It's called a Clemente when you do that.
Kenneth writes in.
Hi, Kenneth.
Incredible throw, but what is the runner doing? I'll tell you what the runner is doing. The runner thinks that he is extremely safe because he thinks the throw is not coming near him because at the last time the runner looks, he is standing on second base.
Yes.
And all he is waiting for to get to third is for Acuna to catch the ball. So the last thing he sees is Ronald Acuna's back and him catching the ball over his shoulder and kind of dogging it a little bit, right? Doesn't look like he's really doing anything.
It's a flat-footed throw.
So he's like, yeah, we're not going to have a throw here. He's going to let me get to third. The ball's in the corner. Awesome. And the third baseman, Josh Alvarez, I don't even know who that is.
Nacho
Alvarez.
Junior, I believe.
Nice job by him because he is in on the deke as well as the ball is traveling at insane super speeds to him. He just looks like he's standing there until he catches it. Now, where the real problem is, as Kenneth writes in now, what is the third base coach doing?
Right. That's a gots to go situation.
Yeah, you got to be yelling and screaming and saying, down, 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 down immediately. And that message was not conveyed.
It was not.
That message was not conveyed.
Running on a guy with a cannon seems stupid.
Give him all the credit. He's got a hose.
Mm-hmm.
The young man does.
He has a
but he played
RPG
it
on his shoulder.
Yeah, he strapped that thing up. Jeff writes in slanging that thing.
Yeah,
he was slinging that thing. But what a throw! It was as good, if not better, than the one where Yoenis Cespedes, dropped it and then went and grabbed it and then chucked it all the way home on the fly a couple of years ago. Remember that one?
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I mean, it's so flat.
It's so easy for him.
So it doesn't look like he like if I was to make that throw, first of all, I wouldn't even get it to second base, but he doesn't put his whole body into it. It's just flick.
It's just so easy for some guys to play baseball, and it's not really fair.
It doesn't matter how many times he blows up his knees. It's fine.
Yeah, at a certain point, you're going to have one too many, and then you won't be able to make it look quite as easy. But how old is he? Probably 28, something like that.
That sounds about right. 27. He'll be 28 later this year.
He's got a couple more good years before it starts looking hard.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we've said some things on today's show.
Bonk.
Difficult. We're back after this to round out the noon hour on 1620 The Zone.
He gives you the latest sports news, analysis, and commentary in a clean, concise, and disease-free way.
See there?
What a relief. Thank God.
Wonderful. It's the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Email us on the Equitable Bank inbox with whatever is on your mind. Zone Inbox is brought to you by Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. You can get me, Gary, at 1620thezone.com. We want to hear from you on the Equitable Bank Zone Inbox.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ziprecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio.
All right, tomorrow, Big Ten Media Days in Vegas.
Still waiting on our first Statue of Liberty shot, right?
Oh, the chances are about to increase exponentially in about 3 hours.
3 hours.
I know there are some that have made their way already. Some took the early flight this morning. But I've been told big media plane where like
BMP?
Yeah, we're going to call it big media plane has a departure in about a half hour or somewhere in that range. I've already got it up on the flight tracker. If it's basically, I mean, there's 200 people on a plane, right? 150, 160, 170, whatever people that are going to Vegas at a time.
They're called souls, Connor.
That is what they call it when the plane is in grave danger.
Oh,
well, yeah, that's what they call it anyway. That amount of people on this plane, it's basically all media. It's just the media plane that is going to Vegas. So if anything happens to that plane, there will be no more podcasts, and there will be no more radio shows and no more radio guests. That much is for sure.
Well, it would be on us to do several podcasts memorializing the people we lost.
That would be horrible.
Are you ready to do that?
No.
Okay.
But if in a pinch I had to come up with something nice to say about everyone, I could do it.
I'm sure you could, yes.
I could come up with it. Dave writes in.
Hi, Dave.
Topic alert, which media member is most likely to have a what happens in Vegas story? I don't think anybody's going to do it. Here's my take. I don't think anybody's going to do anything. Those days.
Anything?
Those days get exhausting. They're long. And at the end of them, like, unless you're a young whippersnapper.
Media Days is a young person's game?
I think it is. I actually think it is.
Okay.
Unless you're really young, like you don't want to do anything anymore. Like if you're in Vegas for the first time, your chances go up exponentially and you're going to like start saying yes to people. But like you also kind of have to know what you're doing too in Vegas, because like you're going to have to schedule a dinner.
That's what I was just about to say.
Like chances are you're not just going to bump into anything. You know, like you kind of have to think about this before you go. And that's not a young man's game.
Right.
So my guess would be that nothing happens.
And Nebraska's placement in this whole thing,
yes,
sort of because they're on the first day. So if you're going today, you can't hit it hard.
Some people are dipping out on Wednesday. They're just like, yeah, I'm out.
Because you can't hit it hard tonight because you got to work tomorrow. Long day tomorrow. Rest up. And if you come in early tomorrow, you don't want to hit it hard after your long work day, long travel day. So.
You can't. So you got to be able to. I mean, you got to get there today. I mean, unless you're taking the mega early flight, otherwise you're in big trouble tomorrow. So it looks like we have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people on this one plane.
Whoa.
And maybe more.
How do you know that?
Well,
do you have like extra flight tracker where you can like see the names?
No, I have a source.
Oh, okay.
On the plane.
Okay.
I've well embedded moles on the plane. Josh.
Who is Cyrus the Virus?
Great question. You'd have to know who the identities of those people first. Jeff writes in,
Hi, Jeff.
Don't put it on the internet that Happer show wants big media plane to go down.
No, we specifically said we did not want it to.
That's right.
That's a lot of extra podcasting. That's a lot of emergency pods.
Yeah, we do not want that. We do not want that. All right. So we'll keep a close eye on that plane. I've been commenting on some things that are mildly controversial today, Josh. Topic alert, right? I've talked about Scotty Scheffler. I've talked about Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, things of that nature.
And now the Washington Commanders. Let's go.
No.
Oh.
They're not going back to their old names.
I heard
that's my
different.
take. I know some people want that, which, once again, I think the finger is misplaced a bit on the pulse sometimes, but I don't think people actually care about this anymore, but whatever. I think they'll be staying. The Guardians and the Commanders will be staying.
What a choice.
That'd be my guess. But no, this is sort of a touchy subject because it involves money. People hate when people have takes on finances. Okay?
You rich people are always talking finance.
The University of Minnesota, in order to help pay its athletic department budget, after hemorrhaging money, has asked campus to pay more money.
Spending that money.
Thank you. $200 will be required at the door if you'd like to attend the University of Minnesota. And what will that $200 extra fee go into? That's right, the athletic department. And what will the athletic department use it for? To pay their student athletes money.
Oh, I misread the story earlier today.
What did you think was
I
going
thought
to
it
happen?
was if you're a student who buys season tickets, it's $200 more.
It's everybody.
Everybody. Every attendee to the University of Minnesota. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A little different now.
So what do you think? Is it cool? Is it chill, bro? Is it sick?
I mean,
or is it's pretty
sus.
whack and sus?
It's sus, but you're spending You're spending what? What's a year at Minnesota cost?
Exactly, Josh. 15 grand. I don't know.
200 ain't anything.
Yeah, and if you're from in-state, which everybody is in Minnesota, what do you think? 15, 20 grand, something like that?
And Uncle Sam's paying for it. You're not.
Exactly. The loans are.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay it back later in life. But if you told me that I spent, right now, as a person who's trying to get to the end of the bridge of paying the student loan, I'm almost there.
Whoa, congrats.
I'm doing a great job.
You're so young and having paid that off already.
Thank you, Josh.
Rich.
But if you would have told me, idiot Connor spent $200 more to get into college back then, I would have been like, what difference does it make to me now? It's all, it's all a big number at the end of the thing.
You paid $800 to the athletic department during your time at Minnesota? Oh my goodness.
Travis writes in, student loans are just a bottomless margarita.
That's right.
Exactly.
You
What's
can
the
always
difference?
whip up another
you
batch.
Can make one more margarita. There was a song about that last summer that people were singing all the time. One margarita and then something happens, and two margaritas and then another thing happens.
Gary loved that song.
Gary did love that song. I don't see the big deal. $200 more per person.
I get why some people would be like, whoa, what's going on here? But to the point to
for the athletic department, come on, it's sports. And don't you already have all the money in the world?
I'm here for books.
I always hear this. I've heard it for years. And this is before they were paying the athletes. Hey, what's up with the university being in disarray and everything in there that is learned or is a book or, the physical things in there were paid for and bought in the 90s. And meanwhile, the athletes go to bathrooms and gold-plated toilets. They always say that, or some version of that. I'm like,
they do.
You guys don't get how this works. The athletic department does its own. They have their own thing. In fact, they pay back to the university. But in the case of the University of Minnesota, that is not the case. They have a bit of a budget shortfall. They're losing about $8 to $9 million a year. So they need some help from their students. What's the big deal?
How many students go to Minnesota?
A lot.
Multiply
Josh.
that by $200. How much? I'm sure someone has done this legwork already, right? For how much money is coming into the athletic department now?
And
I assume this starts immediately, like in.
I think their enrollment is like
a month when the kids get there.
Yeah. Let's see. Like, 50,000. Does that sound right? Is their enrollment? I know Nebraska's in the mid-20s, aren't they?
High.
Somewhere in that range. But yeah, it's a very well attended school because it's the state school and people want to go there, and it's in the Twin Cities, and it's a great experience, and all of those things. $200 more. So what?
56,666 students.
You can't pay for it? Take a loan out. Guess what? You get to buy student tickets or go to as many athletic events as you want for free during your time there. It should cost $200 anyway. Pay the kids.
That's $11,333,200.
Help the university be able to pay your peers by paying the university. I know it sounds weird to people and people don't like it. It's a touchy subject. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Now they're asking for us. When will it end? Well, guess what? Sports are an important part of a university's identity and brand. And if they're failing, then the university is failing. And so I don't think it's so bad if they want to ask each incoming freshman for a couple $100 bones. It's not so bad, Josh.
I dream of a world where the architects make $10 million.
Like it, we give the cancer researchers $200 more.
When will the psychologists of the world get $12.5 million per year?
TC says in-state tuition is around $17,000. There you go, $200 more. If you want to pay me, like Josh, you're buying a new truck. And it costs $17,000, which it doesn't. Let's say it costs $40,000 or something like that. Would you buy it if it were $40,200? Would you still buy it?
Throw in a set of truck nuts and you got yourself a deal.
Exactly. I'd still buy it. You want to know why? Because I want it.
Mm-hmm. It's not real money.
And it's fake.
It's
exactly.
fake money.
It's a loan. It's called payments. All right.
No,
I know about
Connor,
money.
You're going to be paying 13% more
That's
every
true.
year for that $200, and it'll turn it. Shut up!
That's true. It will. I will end up paying like $240 for that $200. But guess what? Still don't care.
I don't care at all.
We're back after this on 1620 The Zone. All right, we haven't talked much NFL on this show, but this sort of
no idea what's happening.
I think something clicked in my head over the weekend. It's never one thing. It's a collection of things. And then maybe there's a straw that breaks the proverbial camel's back. In this case, that happened over the weekend. What happened in the NFL over the weekend? Well, there was that straw that broke that camel's back. And before I tell you what happened, because then you'll figure it out, I'm going to tell you that I have identified a leader in the clubhouse for the bad vibes team of 2025.
Wow.
In the NFL. Past bad vibes teams have included the Miami Dolphins.
Nailed it.
The Buffalo Bills. I don't know if we nailed that one. The Eagles in the year that they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Come on.
They have been a bad vibes team. And I've probably labeled others bad vibes team. It doesn't have to be just one. But I have identified one that will likely be a bad vibes team until they don't have bad vibes. And that would be the Detroit Lions.
Oh, no.
The Detroit Lions went 15-2 last year in the regular season. Connor, their coach is Dan Campbell. How could they have bad vibes? Let me tell you what's happened since they went 15-2. They went to the playoffs, got smashed by the football Commanders on their home field of the divisional round.
After some questionable coaching decisions, if I remember
that
correctly.
Was bad. That was a bad day.
Okay.
It got things off to a bad start. Both of their coordinators were hired away as head coaches. Now they are in an offseason of injuries. The thing that happened over the weekend, Levi Onwuzurike's season-ending injury. They have a player who's coming back from a season-ending injury last year, of course, in Aiden Hutchinson, who it'll be a while for him. They've had some injuries. There was a Jameson Williams thing that was baked into that cake. I don't know, man. It felt like everything went really right for them last year, and now it feels like they're going to have some stuff that goes against them.
Oh, no.
You can't go 15-2 and then just be la-di-da-di-da. I don't have to deal with any of these problems that everybody else has to deal with. They were great last year. They were very exciting 2 years ago. People were rooting for them to go to the Super Bowl. Now they've been on the top for a little while. And when you've been at the top for a little while, guess what happens? The NFL humbles you. The Detroit Lions are getting humbled this year. A very, very heavy smell of a bad vibes team in 2025. That would be the Detroit Lions. Your thoughts?
I'm looking at the schedule.
You think?
For the Lions.
Well, I bet it's pretty tricky because they went 15-2 last year.
Yes, and they're matched up with the AFC North this year. Ravens, Bengals, the teams in the AFC North.
Well, the Steelers are in there.
Steelers, yeah, that's a week 16.
We don't talk about the Browns though.
They're on there. They're in there as well.
Yeah.
Chiefs are on there.
What do you think? What do you think about bad vibes team, the team that everybody loves, the Detroit Lions?
This is a little bit of different bad vibes than our normal bad vibes teams. Normally, it's
bad vibes team is whatever team has Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah. Normally, there's some bit of infighting going on that we sense beneath the surface. This is just
external bad vibes.
Yeah.
My bet here is that the vibes were too good for the vibes to be that good again.
Sure.
So I think the vibes will just, once again, the NFL has a way of humbling you a little bit. Things even out. If you're riding high for too long, chances are you're getting your legs cut off at some point. And I think that's my bet this year with the Lions. If I were to guess right now, the Detroit Lions, no playoffs.
Interesting you say that.
Are you checking out the FanDuel Sportsbook?
I just hopped over there, the win total section, over 10.5 wins.
That's too many.
Plus 110. Under 10.5 wins, minus 130.
Oh, the juice is on the under. People are smelling them. They're thinking that they're stinking a little bit. What about to make the playoffs, Josh?
Ooh,
Have you been able to locate any odds on that?
I have not gone there.
That's weird because FanDuel. Oh, there we go. Now it works for me.
Where's it at?
So,
Playoffs. Okay, I was on that.
Yeah, it would be in the playoffs.
Minus 184
to not or to
make the playoffs, to miss the playoffs.
Yes.
I gotta scroll here a little ways.
Right,
plus 148.
Yeah, give me
sixth. Sixth most profitable if you bet that and it hits.
That makes sense.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like some of the best teams in the league, right?
Right.
They have a tricky division.
Mm-hmm.
Although
they do have a tricky division. That division's getting better.
Think about this. Think about this. Last year, that division, Detroit went 15-2. Minnesota went 14-3.
That's right.
Everybody thought Green Bay was good. They made the playoffs 11-6. Chicago's getting better.
Remember that Sunday night football game?
Right. Chicago was like not an easy out for people last year. 5-12. They're getting better. Like, would it really surprise you if the winner of that division went 10-7 instead of 15-2 this year? You know?
Good call. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't.
I'm just betting that it's not going to be Detroit. I just think they've been riding too high. Who stands the beneficiary of this? Obviously, everyone else. But maybe it's Green Bay. Nobody's talking about Green Bay. There's always a team that nobody's talking about, Josh.
Joey is talking about Green Bay.
Joey's talking about Green Bay and going out to fancy dinner. But normal people are not talking about Green Bay.
He does. Yeah.
Give me bad vibes, Detroit Lions. Just to wet the palate a little bit as we're 10 days away from the Hall of Fame game.
You know, I don't know. Good God.
Can you believe it?
I cannot. Now, I don't know that I agree with the bad vibes. I'm not ready to rule yet.
Okay.
But you know what I like about it?
Smell it a little bit.
You know what I like about it? You said it. You didn't wait until everyone else said it.
That's
and then
right.
you're like, I think they're a bad vibes team. And then everyone goes, well, of course, we've already determined who the bad vibes. You went out there and said,
I just caught a whiff.
I'm feeling this, guys.
I caught a whiff, and I thought, let's go with this today.
Just want to commend your bravery.
Bad vibes teams can win.
Oh yeah,
bad vibe. Yeah. In all actuality, I bet this team is actually pretty good this year. Bad, but they have bad vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they will not be greater than the sum of their parts.
Right.
They will not, they will not rise to the occasion at the time that it takes. Just as a thought for now. We'll see what happens. Elsewhere, Josh, I saw this tweet floating around from over the weekend. This is sort of like a random hour. We have a bunch of random stuff that we want to bring you.
The Washington Commanders.
Oh, you want to talk about what teams should be named?
No, I really don't.
The Cleveland Indians.
Whoa.
Remember when they were called the Indians?
I've seen Major League, yes.
Remember Chief Wahoo?
I do.
Did you see the pictures that were floating around of him this weekend of the logo? And people were like, people who just joined the internet now because they're 14 years old are like,
okay.
Holy God, that was their logo?
Robert Downey Jr. got nominated for what? We have to cancel Iron Man.
Movie got made, dear Lord. What was happening in this world before I was born? Or before I became aware of the internet? Oh, you guys wouldn't have no idea.
Have you heard of this movie Blazing Saddles?
What are they saying in that movie? Dear God.
A Kansas City what?
That's right. It was a different time. No, that's not about this.
Good.
So I'm a sicko. I'm a baseball sicko, Josh.
Yeah, you are.
What did I call myself earlier? A baseball fan, a person who likes Mike Trout. They're a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this tweet from Michael. Shout out to Michael Casper, who is at Casper Stats on Twitter. He said,
just which ghost gets the most hits.
Yes, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Michael, has us covered. He says it's probably time the correlations list got updated. So here we go. 10 years of MLB seasons. That's 300 team seasons of data, right? 30 teams, 10 seasons. Over 22,000 games, 6.7 million pitches, during this period of time. This is a list of the relative impact that various stats have on a team's ability to score runs. Basically, the question that Michael, the Friendly Ghost, is wondering about, which is the most important baseball stat? Which is the most important baseball stat?
It's a bold proclamation. I don't know that I believe it.
Which stat impacts your ability to score runs, aka win games at the highest level? And culling the 10 years, 10 full seasons of data, here is the list that is the most impactful individual stats. Okay, so I don't think this is fair to put this at, because it's a weighted stat. Weighted runs created, WRC per game. Like, that makes sense to me. I wanted to know what the most like commonplace stat that people actually know about. Not like all these WOBA, WRC, whatever, all the crap that they have going on. Just a stat that is digestible and makes sense.
Runs scored.
OPS, right? Okay. It's still a sort of convoluted stat because it's kind of made up. It's just on-base percentage plus slugging percentage. But that is the stat that is most correlated to winning, to scoring runs over this period of time. OPS. Then there's WOBA, which is weighted on-base average, which is pretty similar to that. Slugging percentage, on-base percentage, all near the top. So that might not be surprising to people. What I found interesting about this is the least impactful statistics. In scoring runs and winning baseball games.
I hadn't thought of that. Go ahead.
Well, the least impactful stat as it pertains to winning baseball games has been deemed to be, according to this data, whiff percentage.
Oh.
Winning is not... Now, this is a celebratory day for the nerds. The nerds are like, we told you. We told you exactly what would happen. It doesn't matter how many times you miss the ball. It doesn't matter how many times you strike out, as long as you get on base. And when you hit it hard and far. That's what the nerds have been telling us for years, right? Well, They're right. Sorry, everyone, but the nerds were right. Whiff percentage and strikeout percentage, the least impactful statistics over the last 10 years of data.
That's funny because, I was watching Sunday Night Baseball last night, and it was just whiff rate, chase rate. It was like just because Scuba was on the mound, right? And so the Rangers were swinging and missing.
Yeah. Well, there's whiff rate for a pitcher, whiff rate for a hitter as well. Like, you don't want to do these things, but in the long run with a lot of data, how much does it actually impact your ability to win games? How many pitches you might miss? Not very much. Not very much, according to the data.
Also, very quickly, Carl Ravitch last night.
Oh, boy.
Didn't do a lot of Tigers, Rangers homework. It was a lot of, that person's been in the College World Series. That person's been in the College World Series.
Thank you, Carl. What a nice shout out to his favorite place, Omaha. Another stat that was way low on the list in terms of impacting winning a baseball game. I thought this would be higher. Average exit velocity or hard hit rate. Both of those, two separate stats.
Mm-hmm.
Average exit, what do the nerds tell you? Well, what does anybody tell you with a brain? The harder you hit a baseball, the better chance it has to land somewhere in a safe location, the better chance you have to get on base.
Not necessarily over the wall for a home run, but like in the field as well.
According to this data, over 10 years, average exit velocity has not, it's been the fifth lowest correlated to win on this list.
All last year in Braves telecasts, they were telling me,
if you hit it hard, it's going to go somewhere. You're going to be good.
Matt Olson just has the worst luck of anyone because his exit velo is top 5 in the league, and he's just not getting the hits to show.
Yeah, that was Cags a couple weeks ago.
He's got the worst luck. I forget what they called it exactly. It was like a luck rate or something. Yeah. And it was Matt Olson had like the worst luck rate ever.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it didn't matter.
Ultimately, it's how many times you get on base.
Yeah.
Here's the list.
Whoa, hi.
It's just right there. Just thought I'd plop it right in the middle of the screen. Coefficients of determination.
Ooh.
The coefficients of determination.
That sounds like we're going to war with somebody. Like, hey, these are the coefficients of determination.
Yeah.
Who have sided along with us.
Between the team stats on the left and team runs scored per game, spanning the most recent 10 MLB full seasons. There you go. There's some important ones at the top and some non-important ones at the bottom. Now, once again, this is very nerdy, and baseball lends itself to a lot of nerds, and this is the ultimate nerd stat because it takes 10 years of sample size. Is it very important on a per-game basis to hit the baseball hard and walk and get on base and those things? Yes.
I didn't know a lot of these were stats 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell is WOBA? It's the most important thing I can do? Yeah, that's right. That's right. How do they figure WOBA? I'm sure it would make a lot of sense if I had the definition in front of me, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Barrels per BBE.
Yeah. I know. What is it? What is any of it? So this is a giant sample size. Per game, yes, we could still haggle over it, as always. All
That's
right.
why Luis Ariz is the best baseball player ever. Guy just hits the ball.
What does he do when Billy Bean points at the scout, Josh? He says,
Gets on base.
Gets on base. Gets on base. All right, we'll be back. Still a couple more things to cover, including Ryan Kalkbrenner's time in Vegas. So sad. Just how Ryan Kalkbrenner's time is ending, now the media's time is beginning. Should media plane, of course, arrive safely.
We hope it does.
I assume it will, of course.
It's the safest way to travel. That's what they say.
It's just a plane. All right, we'll be back after this on 1620 The Zone. Here's Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports.
Hi, Ross.
In the most lucrative membership proposal in college sports history, Memphis has made a $200 million offer so that it could join the Big 12, sources tell Yahoo Sports. But it appears that Memphis does not have the support necessary from the conference to be able to join. That's right. The Big 12, it appears, is saying no for Memphis's offer of $200 million to join its Cool Kids Club.
Go Tigers. Go away, please.
Spending that money! Thank you. They're trying to, but they're not letting them. And on the other hand, the Pac-12 is apparently interested. I'm dead serious.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently the Pac-12 is like, hello, we'd like to have a conversation. The Pac-12 has expressed serious interest and even offered the school a term sheet last year. Memphis officials have, as well, held talks with leaders in the Big East about a potential move of their basketball program.
Whoa.
Memphis is just like, I'd like to not be where I am. Of course, the AAC decided today that they are not the AAC anymore. They are the AC, and they have a new mascot.
I didn't put two and two together that they're the AC now.
Yes, they are.
I knew they changed their name.
They are the American Conference, not the American Athletic Conference. The American Conference, which I'm pretty sure people call it anyway.
Yeah,
but now they made it official, complete with a mascot that's a eagle. So congratulations.
What's more American than that?
It's a great point. Meanwhile, Memphis they offered apparently $200 million to get into the Big 12, and they're like, no, thank you.
Wow.
Which is kind of surprising. Wouldn't you think the Big 12 would be like all about that? They'd be like, sure, you guys can come in. We're a weird conference anyway.
Yeah.
And we'll take your $200 million.
Yeah, we'll take your $200 million.
Maybe Big Idea Commissioner Man was just like, look, man, we cannot in good faith accept this proposal because
bribe.
Well, it would just put you in such a bad place.
Oh yeah,
$200 million, and you're gonna there's gonna be a waiting period to be a full-fledged member of the Big. Like, we can't do this to you.
You're SMU. You're not taking a dime for 5-6 years.
Go somewhere else where they want you.
Hey man, I need out. Can you let me in? Look, man, I could let you in. I could very easily take your check and let you in, but look, man, I'm trying to help you here.
Yeah.
You don't want in as bad as you think you want in.
And now Big Idea Commissioner Man can go out to everyone and say, look, see what we're doing? People are banging at our door, grown men with tears in their eyes. They're saying, can we please join your conference? I love you. I love you so much. I will pay you $200 million. And guess what? I said no, thank you.
And people
that's
say,
a pretty baller move, don't you think, Josh?
I do. People always say these college football commissioners are chasing the almighty dollar. I said no to $200 million.
That's true. $200 million smackaroos. Mm-hmm. No, thank you.
I said no, sir,
because we have pride in this league.
I also said, who's taking the tests for your basketball players? And then they hung up the phone and ran away. Couldn't call me again for 3 days.
It's from Dellinger's story. Multiple sources spoke to Yahoo under the condition of anonymity about the proposal, which is the latest and most serious chapter in the school's effort to move out of the American and into one of the 4 power leagues. This particular effort began more than a year ago. Memphis president Bill Hardgrave has spent at least 14 months visiting with the presidents and top athletic administrators of many of the Big 12's individual on-campus meetings that have culminated in a membership offer to the league that is expected to be as high as $200 million over the next 5 years. Big 12 officials are in the midst of exploring the proposal, but league-wide support is not there. Any expansion moves needs to support the supermajority of the league's presidents, or 12 out of the 16. A more finalized copy of the Memphis proposal was disseminated among conference athletic administrators in the past couple days, and now, of course, it has gone public, so it's all out of the bag now. Nice job, Memphis. You almost did it. They're trying to go literally anywhere. And guess what? The American Conference, a.k.a. the American Conference, as Jordan writes in, the American Conference.
I'm familiar.
they can't do anything about it. They're just like, yeah, I know. Hey, if you guys get an offer, like, you might as well just go because
clearly they want out.
We are in trouble as a league. So that's fun.
Who's in this big, beautiful conference?
Is this guest teams in the American Conference?
Maybe.
Wichita State.
That's right. That's one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tulane. Are we doing football?
15 teams are on the top of the website.
Just do football.
Okay.
Tulane's in there?
That's right. They just got a new shiny quarterback.
Yes, he's very shiny indeed. Maybe not as shiny as he was last year, but yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some more American teams, Josh.
Well, I mean, when you think
got
America, well, obviously Memphis.
Yeah.
You think America, you think our nation's service academies, Army and Navy.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they're in there. UConn, are they in there? Or are they an independent?
Independent.
I think they're an independent now. UCF and Cincinnati used to be there.
That's right. They're not there anymore,
Before
Connor.
they dipped.
They've been replaced by such blue bloods as East Carolina and South Florida.
Okay, South Florida was in there. They were in there before that.
UTSA, Charlotte, North Texas.
Nice.
Rice, Temple, UAB, FAU, formerly FAU, now Florida Atlantic. Tulsa.
Okay.
That's your American Conference.
What a conference. I probably it would have taken me a long time, but I would have been able to get more of those than just Tulane, which is what I ended up getting.
Well, I didn't want to leave you hanging.
Thank you.
We didn't want silence on the radio for
exactly
too long.
Chris writes in.
Hi, Chris.
Full question: is turning down $200 million a baller move?
Oh, okay.
I think it kind of is.
Yeah.
I think it kind of is. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Another conference related item. Tom Chattel wrote a column today.
Oh, okay. What's Tommy up to?
The Nebraskaization of the Big Ten. Whoa. Now, we remember where this term originated. Remember COVID, Josh? It was a different time.
I do. It was.
Remember what Michael Wilbon said? He told Nebraska to get the hell out.
That's right.
Of the Big Ten. Desmond Howard demanded that the commissioner, Kevin Warren, kick Nebraska out of the Big Ten for wanting to play football. Then there was USA Today columnist and Northwestern grad Christine Brennan, who ripped the Big Ten for selling out its heritage and integrity by deciding to play a football season in the fall of 2020. Brennan wrote, "The Big Ten has thought of itself as a different kind of sports conference, concerned about science, medicine, and safety. The Big Ten wasn't the SEC. It wasn't the Big 12. It was better than that. Let the football factories in the SEC, the Big 12, and the ACC continue playing." She called it the Nebraskaization of the Big Ten. That's right. Caring about football is something that Nebraska invented as far as the conference is concerned. But a few short years later, look at us now. Power plays, hiring a new commissioner, trying to force your very own special formula to create the new college football playoff. Something that nobody understands and definitely won't go for, by the way. But the Big Ten has made no bones about it. They care about football. They care about football now, and they're not ashamed to admit it anymore. Is this the Nebraskaization of the Big Ten? Is this the proper way to do business? What happens now that the Big Ten isn't even hiding the fact that it doesn't care about stuff that isn't football now? The league has taken on a little bit of a different identity, a better one. But no matter how different it is, and no matter how hard they try, in my opinion, the Big Ten will never shake we are the elitist conference. We are the Ivy League of the Midwest. You know, once again, as they went through COVID, they played. took some crap from it from their own, elitist columnists that were randomly placed around Northwestern, by the way. Throughout the Big Ten Conference, this conference has taken on a way, 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 way different shape. Like I said, it's added teams. It doesn't really care much about its academic prowess anymore, even though its schools are still sort of wired and programmed this way now. But it has become a little bit more SEC. I would say it's the SECization of kind of the Big Ten, which I don't think is a bad thing. I'm just glad that you're admitting it out loud now. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna sit here and be ashamed of the fact that we want to win the national championship, and that we have, by the way. You have one of those national champions embroiled in a cheating scandal that's overcome the last couple years. That's a football scandal, Josh. The Big Ten used to be non-football related scandals.
Yeah.
They used to have to do with bad things. Very, very bad things. And now it's cheating in football. Grand scheme of things, do we think that's such a bad thing?
Not so bad.
Maybe not so bad compared to the Penn States and the Michigan States and the various other things that were going on in the league before this. All I'm saying is, just like, your reputation is your reputation, but over time, you could change that. And the Big Ten has made conscious efforts to be a little bit different than it was before. That's okay. That's a good thing. Once again, you're never probably going to be able to shake the, hey, we are the elitist conference for the elitists, right? And I don't think they probably want to, but it definitely feels a little bit different now than it did 5 years ago. It sure feels a hell of a lot different than when Nebraska joined the league 15 years ago. That's for sure. So things can change, but you don't want to be in this middle ground. You don't want to be in this in between. Like, what are we? And why do we have to think about all of these things every time we make these crucial decisions? Maybe just don't. Be like the SEC. Don't be ashamed of it. Big Ten has been ashamed of too much for too long. Venmo Chris writes in.
Hi, Venmo Chris.
I wish I hated anything as much as Connor seems to hate the Big Ten.
Whoa.
Absolutely petty and beautiful.
Oh.
Well, I've said it over and over again. It's stupid ass conference. Too many teams, but at least it is, once again, at least it doesn't try to tell you like, oh, well, we are this and this and this and this. We're these academic-led institutions now. Like, no, man, you were in it for the championships. You're in it for the TV money and the championships. That's where the money comes from in the league. Like 15 years ago, if you would have told Jim Delaney this, he would have been like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't think so. It's a little bit different now. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. All right.
Very quickly before we go to break.
Connor, do we have breaking news?
We do a little bit. Nebraska Athletics.
What's going on?
They've established a new department, special events, with the goal of engaging Husker facilities on a more regular basis.
Yeah, let's take a look at the inbox. Press release alert.
You can rent stuff.
You can rent stuff.
Yeah.
Husker Special Events aims to host large events at Memorial Stadium in the offseason. In addition, Nebraska plans to make other competition spaces and facilities available for rental gatherings, such as conferences, banquets, galas, private receptions, corporate functions. Interesting. Eric Olson has been hired to lead the department and will serve
Not
as...
that one.
No, different spelling. And it will serve as the Assistant Athletic Director of Special Events. Cool. You want to rent out Haymarket Park?
Boom. You want to hold your wedding reception at the Osborne complex? Go for it.
Yeah, probably something they could have been doing for a while.
Yeah.
Nice little reorg there. Get some Spending that money.
Yeah, that way you don't have to charge your students $200.
Money! Yeah, they won't have to do that anyway. I think they're okay. All right, we'll be back. We have the polls. We'll tell you what to watch on the other side on 1620 The Zone.
Upon further review, the host point is good. The Connor Happer Show returns in minutes on 1620 The Zone.
It's like a big media plane is still about an hour, 45 minutes away from landing. Just so you guys know.
But it's good.
If you guys want your podcast like this, when that plane lands, once again, the chances of the pictures, the random bad pictures from it skyrockets. So I would look for the first one. Let's see here. Plane lands in less than 2, so that'll get us about 4:00. They're out of the airport 4:30. They're on the strip by 5. You're gonna see some bad pictures at 5:00.
I've actually talked myself into this all afternoon, and I'm kind of looking forward to it and wanting to know who will be the first.
5:00.
Okay.
Get ready. Just check your phone about 5:00. Also out there, people are concerned on the video of Nebraska's whatever they're doing, photo shoot thing today. They put out a video for it, and people are noticing that one of the players is wearing a mesh jersey like it was the 90s, and they're wondering what's going on there.
Probably just a prop for a photo.
Could be, Josh, or it could be that they're going to wear crop top mesh jerseys. That'll definitely fly with Adidas.
It'll fly with the training department too. Yeah, expose your rib cage.
It'll fly with the rules as well. I don't think they like that. I don't know. We'll see. All right, to the Polls at Happer Show on the J-Tech Construction Zone Twitter feed. When do you refer to something south of you as under? No.
No.
Nor should you.
Not mad that he did, just
I am
concerned what was happening there.
65% say no.
Okay.
Is Connor Happer high and mighty?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I get to vote on this. 76% say yes.
Ooh.
It's high. Is Matt McMaster creating a lot of poll questions a good thing or a bad thing? I think ultimately good.
Yeah, it's good. It gins
for
up
me.
content. Sure.
67% say bad.
Oh, no. Bad opinion, audience.
Is there a difference between last and Purdue last?
They hit differently, if that's what you're asking.
50-50
Ooh.
at the moment. And finally, is turning down $200 million a baller move?
Yeah, kind of.
56% at this moment say yes. Josh, those are the polls. What are we watching tonight?
We're watching one baseball game, and it's the Athletics at the Rangers, 7 o'clock on MLB Network. If softball is more your speed, you could do the 2025 Nebraska Coaches Association All-Star Game at 6 o'clock on Nebraska Public Media.
Yes.
Amazon Prime has a new series, Justice on Trial. Judge Judy puts the justice system on trial, showing how lives are impacted by the verdicts in 8 landmark cases.
Interesting.
I think it's on at 10 o'clock, although I'm not entirely sure, on Comedy Central. It's probably part of the problem. The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
Oh, he might have some things to say.
His best friend got fired in what many believe to be a favor to the current administration.
Interesting.
Gee, do you think he'll comment on the story?
It's very fascinating.
Also, it's day 2 of Shark Week. And the following is on tonight, 7 o'clock on Discovery. Great White Sex Battle. Name of your sex tape.
Yikes.
Jaws versus Mega Croc at 8 o'clock. And In the Eye of the Storm, Shark Storm at 10 o'clock. What has happened to Shark Week?
Yeah. Maybe it jumped the shark.
Oh.
Josh,
I set you up for that.
I want to give you a quick shout out. I watched the first part of that Billy Joel documentary that you recommended.
Was it sad?
It's getting there.
Okay.
So we're the next part doesn't come out till next weekend. Yeah, kind of.
What was the stopping point on
his
part 1?
His first divorce
from the model,
not Christy Brinkley.
Oh, okay.
The one before that.
Okay.
We're about to go into Christy Brinkley territory.
Okay, so it's really about to pick up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're halfway there. It's good though. It's good. I liked it. I was captivated by it.
Good.
So thank you. That's what we're watching tonight. Josh, thanks.
Thank you, Con.
And that's the show. If you miss anything, 1620thezone.com is where you can find it. The crossover is next.